intentions to further his career and never give up on his dreams.
Bisa nggak dong?
The pure aim machine who's been given the spotlight to succeed. Krasnal, showcasing his ability within the Polish scene. The firepower and positive energy has been a welcomed addition, bringing balance and a new lease of life to his team.
Yeah.
SDY.
Okay.
He's always
Ada
had
kataknya
the
gitu-gitu
spirit
semua.
with the ferociousness of a lion, but he was
pengen
still
tambahin
born
ini
to win,
topi ya.
at least in their eyes. Now he stands
Mo
before us
coba
all
buka
as the
incognito, buka
experienced
channel lu
leader.
sendiri.
His
Lihat.
name might be some die young, but he could be immortalized in Paris. Demku, fighting through all the struggles of his past teams, determined to show the world that he can do, and discovering the beast inside of him, activating at the most important tournament of his career. Woro 2K, the vital piece holding the most powerful weapon, alleviating the pressures of being an in-game leader from himself in order to have the impact required to perform at the major. Now he can show us what he is made of. Make some noise for Monty! It's an epic clash between these two.
Oh no, the DMCA.
Finals. And these are two teams that many did not expect to even make it this far.
Iya kalau pakai Blast TV
A lot of
katanya
change has gone on for both of these teams. They've had their fights. They've gone up against
Oh,
some of the toughest
bagus sih, tapi
opponents
nggak
so
tahu.
far. But now,
bagus, that's right.
they need to show it on the stage. And that is certainly not an easy thing to do. Some of them have extra experience here, but overall it all changes when you get on that server. When it comes to the major, and especially the last CSGO major, this is one
Defense
that
aiming.
matters the most. This is one where they can be immortalized.
Oke. Untung lu ngomong.
Kan di channel ini aja.
You have had one hell of a journey, man, coming from the
Kalau baru sama bilang
now.
sesuatu
What does it
gitu.
feel like looking out here?
Yang bakal
it's amazing.
begini
I'm so
danger.
happy to be here.
And you obviously got an extra set of fans really for the Game Legion side. Keel's helping with that a bit.
Of course. I mean, I hope we get the support from French fans today.
Yeah, I think they're there for sure. Now SDY,
Wis.
you managed to take down Navi on your way to this, right? You managed to put your team, who was
Vitality padahal nggak main kan hari ini.
onto the stage. How
Tapi
much does it mean to you, especially
semuanya
when
datang
you took
pakai
over the
itunya
IGL role?
Vitality. Let's go.
We like a team overall very happy to be here and represent our country like it was our dream. So we will try to play our best Counter-Strike as possible.
And what's interesting for me is, considering yourselves and Game Legion, you're playing so much CS at the moment, you've never faced each other in an official game. What do you expect from this matchup? Is it going to be a lot of mind games?
We watch a lot of their demos, and I can say like it could be a very great game if both teams can perform under pressure.
That's what it's about, right? Are you feeling that pressure at all, mate?
Of course, there is a little bit of pressure, but it's good to stay, straight in the game, focus on the game, and that's what we are here for.
And in terms of SDY only just becoming the IGL and taking
Nonton major nggak, Par?
you can feel more of a confidence in your own calling, that you're going against someone that doesn't just have it naturally.
We don't focus on that, we just focus on ourselves as a team.
Sure.
I like it. Well, guys,
Nggak nonton dari
shake
stream gua aja.
hands, take your seat.
Biar
Yes, you can
nambah
say one word, of
viewership.
course. Go one more.
Merci d'être
Wah, ini
venu.
dari stream ke
Je
stream.
vous aime.
Yes.
Well, he's getting the French side on him.
So,
Thank you very
inefficient
much,
and-
guys. It's time for us to
Inception.
move into our opening quarterfinal game of the day. It's time to see Monty taking on Game Legion.
Wis. Monty versus Gamer Legend. Buat ini gua pilih ini satu-satunya yang konflik.
The dark horses
Gua
are full
nonton,
speed throughout
gua
the
nonton,
legend
tapi
stage, but now their
gua
biggest
nggak
hurdle
ini,
is
gua
fast
nggak
approaching
belum
down
nonton,
the
gua
track.
cuman
Because Matthew, a
ngepost
major
doang.
playoff stage is not for the faint of
Gua
heart.
pilih
You
Monty
say,
nih,
hell
gua
no,
pilih
I'm not
Monty.
feeling nervous, but that walkout, that
Tapi
has got to be
si
putting into
DP
perspective the
pilih
feat that you
mana?
have already
Gamer
managed to
Legion.
accomplish as a team.
Definitely, and you have to use that as
DP
fuel. I
pilih
think
Gamer Legend.
one of your
Tapi
favorite
sisanya kita
idiom
sama.
in this whole major was
Pilih quit,
fight
pilih
or flight.
quit.
And this is pretty much what it comes down to when you're a professional player, when you step on the stage. You either let the context, you let the pressure crush you and you disappear and you suffer through it, or
I
you
am on
actually
your
just
side,
take it by the
friends,
horn
people.
and you ride that damn pressure and you have a good time. And this is what we're about to figure out. Be the most polished team. I think in the details, when you go down to the nitty-gritty, to the flashes, to the team play, they might just be out there. For the likes of Monty, not a whole lot of flash assist. It's more about individual making the difference. And isn't this the scariest prospect to think that what we rely on right now is individuals to shine on the stage?
Mantap sih ini.
For
Gua
Gamer
challenge
Legion
suara
and
itu.
Monty, I have no doubt that they're actually going to be delivering a great game. I know a lot of people are tuning in right now. They're saying, "What is this CSGO major? Why are we seeing Monty
Yeah.
versus
Siapa yang
Gamer
menang?
Legion? I've never heard of any of these
Just
guys."
saying,
And
karena ini
to be
dua
fair,
sebenarnya
they
kan
haven't actually done too much in terms of
dianggapnya
world
dari
competition, in
apa?
terms of the biggest stages.
Mereka tuh
But
dianggap
they
sebagai
have both been playing to their win
basically
conditions.
dark
They have
horse.
both shown
Mereka
on the legend stage
dianggap
that they
kalah
deserve to
sebenarnya.
be here. And
Salah satu yang
Maniac,
nggak
you already
di-expect
said that
nyampe
Gamer Legion,
final.
they
Yang
play
di-expect
that
kayak
polished
G2,
style. I love
Navi,
when I watch
pada
Gamer
nggak
Legion
masuk,
in any
itu karena
situation
main di dua
past the
tim.
first 30 seconds. But what's
Gue bilang
scary,
Monte sih,
what Monty can do
Monte tadi bagus
in the
sih.
first 30 seconds. They are so aggressive.
Kita tinggal
They
nungguin
do
BP
go for
kan,
those
BP
individual
belum
plays. If it gets too out of their reach too quickly, that's where I
And
think
we
Gamer Legion
should
can
be
falter in this
okay.
one. But if you give this team a chance to catch their breath, Shuhei's going to make the right read. He's going to make the right call, and he's going to convert.
Vitality.
Even if he's down a man,
ini
up a man,
Gamer
it
Legion
doesn't
lawan
matter.
But that's
Monty.
where the individuals are really going to be paying
Well,
in their
Monty.
dividends coming onto this very
kemarin siapa yang menang? Vitality
in
lawan
the
ini.
audience.
Vitality.
Of course we do. I mean,
Vitality.
if you're gracing teams like LDLC,
Tapi,
Falcon, sure. Maybe
Into
a
the
couple of years
Bridge
later,
mainnya
speaking
bagus.
French
Just
as
cash in
well.
your check.
Got some fans.
Cash in your credits.
Tapi
Cypher
juga ada
mainnya
satu-
bagus.
And on that note, we
Tapi
have
ada
to give it to
satu
Shui as well. Like,
insiden
he checks all the boxes
di map
in
pertama.
IGL. He goes by the heart of the fan.
Apa Flying
He's
Dutchman
seen the
orang-orang
Carrigan
bilang.
gods. He knows you have to create a relationship with your audience, and he did just that. I'm telling you, we're gonna see this man. We're gonna see this name in the next few years of Counter-Strike.
Circling back to the individuals conversation, we've got to put email, we've got to put Boros under the
CS
spotlight
nggak ada
going
CS
head to head
Indo
in
sih.
this one because we know how much pain
Nggak
Boros
ada
can
yang
be
nyampe.
delivering on the server. But Ema is coming out of that legend stage as
Cuma
the
ada satu
second
kalau nggak
highest
salah.
rated
Tapi sekarang
player
udah nggak
from
main.
that particular stage.
Namanya
A
Banten.
slight difference in style, I would say. Boros might be the chaos to Ima's order.
Gua salah satu
I think
fans
Ima is
ya.
more about
Gua suka
trading and making the most
dia
out of the
main di
situation
Gen
that's
Z.
happening. You'll see him being, we're gonna pick
Gua
on the
nggak
past, for
nonton
example, he'd
waktu
be
dia
in the middle of
main
the pack,
di
and then
Thailand.
he'd be trading people once the hit is happening. Whereas Boros is
Sekarang nggak tahu
basically
di
just
mana.
manufacturing. He's manufacturing
Dia kerja.
madness. And I think both of these players have so much riding on their shoulders. In fact, I would argue they have too much. For my money, they have too much on their shoulders. I don't know that it is healthy for the long term, but today these are the two bulls that we set up to clash on the server.
Yeah, and I'm incredibly worried about Gamer Legion for one reason. We already said his name, Boros. When he is going for any type of space, any type of control,
Manufacturing
Mahone did a great
madness.
job breaking down how he has these little bits, these little tricks here and there, these little ways to play around smokes. And what he was able to do to Cloud9 and Nafany at Connector, I think he's got a new target right in his eyes. It's going to be Shuhei right there at Connector, and I expect him to go for the same type of plays, the same type of maneuvers, because he thinks he's better than him. And I'll be honest, he is better than Shuhei as an individual. So it's going to be up to Shuhei to move his pieces in the right way in order to help him, because if it's just a head-on battle, that is going to be a losing one for Gamer Legion on that part of the map.
And you know who can stop Boros? Well, definitely Acor. That could be
Okay.
the one. I would posit that there is going to be a duel happening on the server most times. Acor on the CT side, he's one of the most needed player to make the entry kill. He's one of the highest rated player in the opening on the CT side, and his ability to stop the
tuh
first
dulu di
line,
mana
I
sih?
think is going to be key. It's going to be paramount.
Di map
If you're
lain
able
atau
to
di
punish
itu
Boros
ya?
in any of these risks that he takes and the tricks that Mahone put out,
Ini
for
nggak pernah
example,
masuk
and
heroic
you
kan
force
itu?
Monty
Nggak
into a more
pernah.
tactical game, which I don't think they're really comfortable in. I don't think this is the kind of Counter-Strike they want to play.
Please,
You put them in
Monty.
that corner, and I
Monty
think you have
win
them where
for
you
my
need them as Gamer
pickums.
Legion.
That
We're looking
is
at
already
Warrior
not
on the other
diamond.
side of the server as well, transitioning from that FPL star,
Emang-
taking
emang
the
kenapa
role
diamond
of
segala
being a leader
macam?
upon his shoulders,
Enggak,
then
enggak.
relinquishing
Jadi kalau lu
himself over
berhasil
coming
masuk
into the
semua,
major. Do you
lu
feel
bakal
like you've
dapat
been
yang
able to
namanya
see him shine
diamond
to new
coin.
levels?
I'm going to be honest, Freya.
Tapi
Actually,
karena
I don't-
Pick'em
I
squad
haven't really loved
disaster
what I've
di
been seeing
kedua
from
di
Warrior.
Legend
Other than the
Stage.
game that he played against
Gua
Navi,
dapet
which was
jadi-
by far his best series, I feel like he's been kind of
know.
missing for them. I think that some of the nerve, some of the pressure is still getting to this budding Opper, and I actually think that Acor, to me, even though rating-wise it still looks decent for Waro, I just don't think like this is not what we were getting from what Waro was producing before. In terms of when he was coming on to the space in a lot of qualifiers, he looked like the hottest next thing coming out of Ukraine. But in this one, I think he looks a little bit more average, which is I think why we've also just been focusing on Boros. He's really the tip of the
Ayo
spear
mulai.
for this
Ayo mulai.
matchup when it comes to what Monty can provide. And on top of that, though, I do want to say Demq has been a sleeper player at this event. He has, to me, been one of those kind of support players, oftentimes anchoring bomb sites, and he has produced beyond what I thought he was going to coming into this event. So in terms of expectations and where some of these players have reached or not reached, I think that Demq has exceeded my expectations, and Woro has fell just about where I thought, if not a little bit beneath.
I like that you talk about Demq because if you think about the style, like Monty will play now, we're going to Overpass or to Mirage, whenever these trades are happening, whenever the chaos is being
Itu tadi ada orang
Demq has the
yang pakai
responsibility
keyboard di
to
biru
strike.
tuh, yang
When you
lurus
play on the extremity
maksudnya.
of the map, and we'll see him lurk towards the A side, A ramp, A apps, it will depend on the round they're playing. Whenever you have a timing for a 1v1, you are not allowed to play to get to you.
Monty
And
Gamer Legend.
We
Kita
are
opposing team sekarang. Oh,
we are not the
the whole
same.
modus operandi of Monty
We are
is
not
to
the same.
find these moments, localize these moments, and
Tapi
make
kita udah benar dua
it
sih, Dit.
you're
Jadi
better
nggak udah
at
nggak
it.
masalah lagi.
True that,
If they
true
don't,
that.
and if they just
Tapi tetep
regret
aja.
Lo
being shy,
better
the
good.
whole thing's gonna come tumbling down.
And we've seen that paying off for Monty, right? They were on a
Gua ada Warcry katak.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's 8 games, or at least they've won 11 of their last 12. I know that for sure. And that's why I think the guy that we've been talking about as maybe a hometown hero, just to build off your point, Maniac, is Kios. If Demq's going to lurk out on that A site, Kios has got to show that these French fans are cheering for something.
Lu juga
Because
nonton
if he's
dong.
just going to fall flat, then the cheers are going to come pretty silent for him. And I
Nonton
think that
stream gua
Monty
aja,
fandom
nonton stream
is going to build up. Because when
Gua
these two
juga,
teams came out,
tapi
it
gua
was
nonton.
louder for
Yes.
Monty.
Kok gua nonton,
You can feel
Lalu
the
gua nonton
created personas for them, and in a way they found
Tif.
a way
Kalau
to
gua nonton
connect
lu,
with the fans.
jadi
They found
gua
a way
nggak
for
bisa,
fans to,
gua reaksi
I guess,
delay juga.
identify with
Lu
them.
akhirnya-
This is why we get reaction.
True that.
Iya,
It's all about we see
Ya, bakal
the
delay,
flags
bakal-
out there for EMA.
bakal double
You
juga
have
suaranya.
to
Lu nontonnya
do
di
something.
di
You have
laptop
to
kan?
let them know who you are.
Iya.
If it's
Udah,
by
lu
taking a beat
keluarin
with
HP lu,
someone,
lu
or if
nonton
it's
di
by
HP
being
juga.
vocal about what you represent.
Tapi di HP stream gua, habis itu lu mute
You're more
aja.
than just a player. You're just more than a nickname. You're more than just a
Come on,
mistake
come on.
that the Swiss system has
Gua buka kok
produced.
satu tab
and we
lagi
don't
dia.
Ya
care.
kalau nggak lu buka satu tab aja, just habis itu lu mute
Give them
tabnya.
something to connect to, and I think
Lu
Monty
akhirnya
Gua
take the
udah.
chance
They
deh.
are the everyman of this
Yeah, gua
beautiful
pengen coba.
Parisian tale, right? On both sides of the
Tiba-tiba,
equation.
ban!
We also have kind of,
Tiba-tiba,
I guess, a
ban!
bit of a villain arc coming out of both SDY and Shuhei. We've obviously talked about Shuhei taking down the team that we all thought he was going to get picked up by, or should have been picked up by, from Mao's NXT
Ini
into the main
mereka
roster.
inline-line
The
ini
SDY
biar-
taking down Na'Vi as
Udah
well to
nonton
be
nggak
getting a
nonton?
spot here. That's an incredible feat.
Dapat susang nih
Yes, it
akhirnya.
is. A lot of great
Susah.
proactive play
Kalau-
from Monty in
kalau
that one.
kayak
Just such a
tarik
sick
atau
CT
siapa
side.
ya?
They made it
Nonton
impossible
kayak
for
mereka
Na'Vi to
kayak
ever
langsung
even
dari
enact a
CS-nya
game
nih.
plan.
Iya.
But I will
Bukan
say
dari-
the one
bukan dari-
caveat
lu
with
nonton
that
dari
game is
mana?
that
Gua
that
nonton dari
is
Blast
the
TV.
best performance by
Oh.
rating from SDY. and
Katanya
from
antara
Woro,
dari
and that is
CS
such a
atau dari
huge
Blast
issue
TV.
for me that they're going to
Blast TV nggak
overperform
masalah.
because they
Iya,
have
Blast TV
bad
katanya nggak
blood in the
masalah.
server. They knew that they can just pull deep
We shall
on that
see.
revenge
We shall
tour
see.
in terms of just finding some sort of motivation. But like,
Mas,
what's gonna
1
get
menit
you out of
masuk
bed
tiba
today, gamer?
What's gonna get
ban.
you out of bed
Harus
is
ada delay nggak sih?
quarterfinals
Gue lupa.
fucking major. That's what's gonna get you out of bed.
No.
That's what I want them to do.
Okay.
Because I'm right there with you. I know.
Tapi gua nggak
there
boleh
was
minta
an
duit
emotional
gitu.
singularity to the
Gua nggak boleh
Na'Vi.
monetize.
It's undeniable. But
Iya,
hey,
lu
let's
nggak
just
boleh
tap
monetize.
into
Itu-
this.
itu-
Just
itu
maybe
gua
today,
lihat
when
itu.
we're playing a
Yang
quarterfinal of the last
non-monetizable.
CSGO major, if you have just a little bit of rage,
I'll
in
say
you,
this: they're just
grab
going to
it.
regress to the means. They're going to regress to their means.
I wish
That's
they
where
don't.
I'm.
I wish
That's
they
where I'm going to
don't.
go. That's where I'm going to go with that. Like that was okay.
So you're going Gamer Legion. Is that what is happening? Are you think Gamer Legion's going to take that one?
I got Gamer Legion in this one, Maniac.
Yeah?
I got
The
Gamer.
final
go for
desk. I have Monty. Yeah, I
Oh
have
wow, we
I
got
got
a
a game.
split desk
the
up
fire.
here.
I got the fire burning. You know.
I think what's kind of made me believe in Monty, I've also gone for them as my pick, is Chad used the word stubborn to categorize them, right? They are so hella focused on their game plan. That's what I think could be so dangerous
kapan
if
sih
they do
mulainya
start
ya?
really hot, particularly on their pick of
I don't
Mirage.
know.
Yeah, I mean, I
Gua
think
belum-
they
gua
can
lagi
honestly eat their opponents alive if
Ayo,
they
gua
start.
kalau mulai.
That is a big if.
The
Wow,
pressure is
come on,
palpable
bro.
in the arena, and we are ready to get this
Oh, jadi-
quarterfinal matchup underway. We have Mirage, we have Overpass, and we have Vertigo if we do so
Alright.
need it in the clash of Gamer Legion versus Monty.
Si Jere chatting.
To the Parisian
video.
fans, the French fans, and the international fans alike, thank you so much for being here
Harus chat
to
dulu.
join us in what will be a
Hello.
celebration of the final CSGO major. And for one of these teams, the run ends today, and for the other, an amazing story that continues on forward. But just like objects in the rearview mirror, this match might be closer than it appears.
It's time. Paris, make some noise.
Ari.
All right, let's get to it. Monty versus Gamer Legion. The sleeper match of the playoffs.
The matchup where all of a sudden someone's going to the semis. What a way to start. Oh, Acor. Singular USP tap. Nice one. He's going to go for the bench player too. Boros responds. Boros responds. And he's now got that edge.
Terus stream ya. Nanti ada komen-komen tidak monetizable.
Emang nggak boleh monetize kok.
Ya lebih bukan maksud gue kayak lebih
dilihat tuh kakinya. The toes.
We had Oro in the interview talk about how important this pistol will be for figuring out how they feel.
Subjective comments
in now. Bomb will be planted.
Kayak kemarin ya ngomongin.
Iya kayak kemarin.
Little flank.
No.
Stuffs him then and there.
I think you gotta get
Gonna
cancelled.
fall on Isaac to deny the T-side pistol.
I just want to try stream.
Now he's made a bunch of noise. But just like that.
No.
Oro 2K picks up a 3-piece in the pistol. And we've got Monty with first
Let's
blood.
Go.
Yeah, now he brought it up about Woro. You know, we talk a lot about what Boros has done, and outside of the Na'Vi game, Woro hasn't necessarily been the superstar of all of these matches. But in the interview, in the pregame, talked so much about how important this opening round would be for sensing how they feel. And they started off correctly.
Woro aimnya mantap aja.
Comes out of this win. We're instantly onto pistols for Gamer Legion. Monty's game plan coming forward into mid is going to be no surprise here to Gamer Legion. They stacked up on Cat. 2 players left over, looking for any kills that they can get, and Acor as the last man standing. Spotting up in the ladder room.
Ini pricey as fuck.
No problem. Demka right on his tail. Monty up 2-0 quick.
It's alright.
Now we know that with Monty's game plan on Mirage, it will be about taking mid control quickly and trying to, under the instruction of SDY, have Boros get into connector, fight into the window, and then also bring in variety with the different tempos and mid attacks. Gamer Legion, when they play Mirage, they are very good at answering into middle. It's possible to counter Boros. A good HE to the bottom of connector on a good timing could be the key.
Wow.
Got a quick kill here from Fraz now. But Gamer Legion finds some compensation. They've stuck around. Nade gets thrown to the top of mid here to establish presence. And again, it's the lack of fear that makes you wonder if Gamer Legion can stand to the test. They keep pushing forward.
I was wondering at what point in this matchup we were going to start to see, the pace subside, slower Counter-Strike get played, if ever. DeMonte want to give Gamer Legion that space in the mid-rounds, because right now, Shuhei from bottom middle is going to claw back man advantage. Didn't last too long. It's in the silence that I think Gamer Legion can find their edge versus Monty. It's in the minutia. That's where Shuhei shines. That's where he makes the most out of pieces that you wouldn't otherwise be talking about. 2 smoke grenades left.
That is harsh.
Shuhei sets him up.
Mau di smoke lagi anjir Palace-nya. Palace-nya udah di smoke 3 kali. Kasian banget anjir.
Nades come cascading over the site. Opening duel here, lost by Shuhei.
No.
We got one back from Kios.
It's lower health for Monty, but they definitely have an opening to sight. It's their chance to cross. Smokes fade. Emo's gonna punish. Kios there in a second. Gamer Legion with rifles look good.
This is what I was talking about. Monty. They match their energy. Monty into connector, Gamer Legion not leaving mid. They get the opening trade. We'll take a pause in the action to see what.
Kemarin juga ada gitu.
What?
Waktu Vitality lawan Into the Beach ada yang buka case.
But right here, Shuhei, IGL plays connector, stays inside of middle. Monty coming forward towards connector. They both understand how the other team will play. They both just believe that they've got the better players to do it. We'll find out who will actually be the victor, but we've already got a 2-for-2 trade. Shuhei with the double.
Ada senjata.
And like clockwork, Monty keep coming back to the well.
Krasnal bisa menang. Itu kenapa pada pakai SG sih? Worth it gak sih main SG di?
Pull back off of middle, giving the space over, giving the respect.
Gue jarang main miras soalnya.
It's a dangerous game when you play versus Monty. You do not want to get caught in the flames. So they stall, they sit back, they wait. No move from Monty. Big chance early on here, still enough of course to get in with an exec. SDY would have to set that up. We've talked SDY all event, the reins of Monty in his hands. And so the explosiveness slowly gets closer. When did they pull the trigger? When do all of them sprint in?
Low megang bom anjir.
They're letting the round breathe right now. Let the doubt seep into the gamer Legion's minds. And one man will take first contact on the explode. He loses the opening trade, but we've got one back from Nima. He's looking for a second, but Krasnal, the Polish talent, comes through.
Ini double banget, Dia ada granat juga.
Fan favorite.
He who was chanted for on his
granat side mati anjir. Mati itu.
Vitality's homeboy. Frag grenade goes out, not destined to find either two.
Nice.
Queen now huge advantage. Singular bullet for each of those deaths. But it's the pressure of that moment, and it's the skill of Monty's members that still could have taken his head off, not to be had. Gamer Legion tie up too early.
When he had the first nade go out to Van, it looked like he might not have read that 1v2 correctly, but he was prepared to be reactive, and there was pressure on the safe plant to peek because no good angle to attack. Which was good. The HP was too low there from Monty, and as good as the opening kills were for Krasnal, as they turned on Cat, the 1v2 was better. And for Kios, he knows about the fan support in this arena. So to get a 1v2 out of the way, surely he's shooken off some nerves. Shuhei, again, we know, is going to be fighting for control. He does this every single time they play for Mirage. And now they've earned the respect of Monty.
Krasnal beli sendirian.
You know, Ima's performance has just been phenomenal. Second highest rated player coming into the playoffs of the entire Legend stage. First Romanian to ever make top 8. Yeah. You like that?
I think it's gonna be
That's one of the beautiful things I think
a
about
loss.
these teams. We're starting to get another showcase of underrepresented
What?
claiming their titles and their ground within the CS space, just on the doorsteps of the next iteration of the game.
Congratulations to the UK.
They're back.
And Volt also British and Romanian.
Sure.
Another Academy League standout. Okay.
Ima's ready. That one AK falls back, and it's going to be Shuhei with the mid peek instead. But quick response out of Krasnal. And his entries towards this B site is really what got that last round going.
Oh, ketahuan
Now
info.
he's got Ima to deal with. Isaac's going to pull attention away. It's Moro with a team kill. Awkward, of course, on the approach, but so be it. One AK not destined to break through.
Whoa, what the hell, Moro?
We talk about nerves. SDY is the one quarter finalist here out of these 10 players that has played in a major playoffs. So we're going to see rounds lost on mistakes like that. Mechanics, nerves are going to play a factor.
Udah menang dia tapi.
Iya, tapi tetap aja.
They could have been seeded.
Ya waktu itu gue pilih G2, gue pilih Navi, gue pilih Bang.
Itu big upset banget aja.
Gue pilih
Legend stage.
Into the Bridge anjir buat kalah 3-0. Abis itu Into the Bridge masuk quarter finals.
Soalnya Into the Bridge itu anon, jadi gue rasa either mereka jago atau mereka flop banget.
Dan ternyata mereka jago.
Ya, dan ternyata mereka mainnya decent banget.
Bukan decent ya, mereka mainnya bagus lawan Vitality.
Eyes wide open.
Mereka mainnya bagus banget lawan Vitality tuh.
Mereka di Anubis tahu line up tapi nggak tahu timing. Kayak granat gitu, mereka nggak gitu successful.
Lu lihat Vertigo nggak? Map satunya Vitality lawan Into the Bridge.
Oh, si Cypher itu anjing, si Cypher itu sih confident banget lawannya.
Cypher mantap banget aja mainnya.
Ya, mereka mainnya confident sih. Mereka kayak gak nothing to lose, jadi mereka all out.
and Ima meets it off of Catwalk with a quick kill just over top of it.
Itu
It's another
one-way.
round where Boros gets no impact. And he is the heart of Monty. Woro takes place, gets closer. As the pinch is about to unfold, we get Acor to throw himself into it, so all of a sudden Gamer Legion looking great yet again. Can they hold off this second volley? Shuhei from the stairs falls, Kios gets one, and sure enough, it's Gamer Legion yet again.
So close.
Things are looking rough.
So close,
we
man.
know the game plan from both teams. They're both enacting the same game plans today.
Leading
but for one
with
team, it's working
2
much better.
rounds.
I think the key
Gua
move here for
bakal
Gamer
jadi
Legion
orang yang ini
is
aja.
always
Gua
to
Monty
at
all
the
the
top
way
connector.
sampai Monty
Shuhei
udah tinggal
as the first
1
line
round
of
lagi
defense
kalah.
will take that
Gua
first
buka
seat.
baju,
Always be
abis itu
ready
kelihatan
to
jersey-nya Gamer
refrag,
Legion.
to fight mid, to open up lines again. They do not like playing
Lo
blind.
kayak lo
And
kayak
right now they're
Spider-Man
in
tapi
control of that
ganti
space.
bajunya Gamer Legion.
Half
Iya,
fight
tapi
from
bajunya
Monty.
Gamer Legion.
See what the setup is here for Gamer Legion.
Hasn't been nearly as fast as what I was expecting out of Monty's T side.
Flash,
This one's
flash,
looking
flash,
like they're
flash,
going to try to tap into that, but the nade finds them. And
Mereka
Kios
info
is
lagi
just going to
ya.
stuff this push.
Nah, tadi info nggak sih atau mereka full back?
One-man army! And he's gunned down by Sung Da Young, but Shuei's got it from the bomb site.
Flash dekat di aim
Dispatching of the sidearms like they're nothing.
My favorite part is the Kios roars every single round.
Kenapa sih mereka pada suka keluar smoke kayak gitu?
And the payoff
Padahal
when he
mereka punya
wins the
dual
big
flash.
match at the end, where he doesn't roar, he just slinks into his chair and really absorbs the energy of the room. You could tell that he was built
Yang gua rasa
to play
berharap mereka tuh
in that
masih
environment.
setupnya masih
And I
jauh-jauh.
can tell that Monty are scared.
Jadi kayak
They can't get
kalau
away with
setidaknya
what they
ada
could
2 kan
versus
dalam
many
set,
other
yang
teams.
3
That's
nggak
why
bisa
you
support
cannot sleep on
cepet-cepet.
Gamer Legion.
Ini kalau 13-2 sakit sih. It's gonna hurt.
Kios ready yet again.
Anticipating
more of a palace here, but sure enough, they're already exiting out ramp, so Kios, another incendiary which needs to be respected, and he's going to find nothing this time. Shuei's on a similar angle. We've got the ticket player in position. Demka's looking for his entry, and Shuhei, in the middle of the smokes, has let Boros close.
Wow!
But he takes his head off, and Demka answers. Still, he finds his line of sight.
Alright.
Still, Demka gets the trades. And Gamer Legion now on a retake. They've lost track of Demka. And with them working forward,
DMQ yang pertama low anjir, abis itu dia bunuh 3.
Oh my
They go
god.
to check it.
Ah,
Ima finds him.
Dia posisinya close banget sih, dan siapa tadi? Sui lagi nembakin yang jauh.
But when and where? And how do they pull this off? They don't expect it. He drops Isaac, but can't escape. Ima with a clutch and a 3-way to keep the success of Gamer Legion going.
They just look so composed in that moment. They check the flank at CT after Shuhei takes first contact in jungle, and they walk by him. Demka had every right to come on that big flank, and they just
Gamer Legion. Real kan dulu scrim di Gamer Legion.
prepared for
itu
the
gua nggak
kind of
tahu
game
deh.
plan that Monty
Nggak tahu.
wants.
Dulu scrim di
They
Gamer
want to
Legion.
try to create chaotic situations. They want to slip through every crevice. But if Gamer Legion stay aware, then the novelty of those lurks will wear off quickly. And maybe they already have. Shuhei's calmness in that situation to lock down his one frag off the corner of the smoke, it speaks volumes. There's never been a moment in the Legends stage where it felt like Shuhei was slightly off his game. Again, this team is Ima being supported and being set up. But Shuhei right beside him, leading from the front.
Come on, brother.
And as we come out of the freeze time, Monty's T-sides shouldn't be a question, but now it's something that we'll be talking about. They have a high expectation to do better in this half. Mirage is a map that they love to go to.
Pre-match, Maui Snake bringing up the fact that Waro 2K's presence hasn't really been felt in all of the series so far in Legend stage. That match versus Na'Vi was absolutely his. But we'll see if his support behind Boros, as it always is, the 2 layers of Monty's assault. We swear the ceiling's high, if not uncapped. Boros just missed the timing.
Gini.
Silence falls in
This
middle.
is so intense. Angle-nya.
And these are the sorts of moments where we've yet to see Gamer Legion give anything away in this. Right? Comfortable to just let Monty make that first move.
They keep vision, they keep updating.
Doing it without taking the biggest risks. And that assessment of the situation each and every time is what has kept them in the lead on this CT half. But Krasnal hunts, and he hears.
Prepare for this split.
And the pressure's coming with Bomb not far away, but still, there it is. Boro2K getting the first one. Pressure on Shuhei in the backbench, wins the duel versus the Opper. Boros catches a double kill, and Shuhei feels desperate.
Please win this for my pick'ems.
Three sides, it's a trident of an offense. It's the trident of Monty that pierces through B and reopens the conversation about this T side.
Yeah, and we've got that right. The 3 frag. As he lurks to the bottom of Con, then turns that into a B split. Demka also gets a key frag as they come in because the rotation from Gamer Legion goes down. Even though they had a player inside of
in honor of my
they had
pick'ems.
2 in the back of the site to help out
Shuhei,
excuse me, as the first rotation. So they were well prepared and fortified.
Game itu di City caught off guard banget.
But between the 3 of those players, they only got that 1 kill. So the game remains alive here for Monty. Even if they've been tested so well by Gamer Legion. I know that Boros is Monty's biggest asset, but he's also the player who's been exposed to so many conversations. He's been taken seriously to a point that he hasn't ever before this in his career. He's being watched by all the top dogs. And so it's still, there's a lot of reliance on him to continue to be inventive. Unfortunately.
One of the conversation points with Monty coming into this event way back when was just with so much game tape, with them having played so much more Counter-Strike than everybody else combined.
Jadi kalau mereka menang, Monty menang, mereka bisa 65 nih.
Ekonominya Game Legion bakal hilang dan kemungkinan besar mereka bisa take the lead.
Hopefully.
We're looking at an
Tapi kalau lu technically udah menang ya, kita udah menang pick'em-nya kan.
Multifaceted.
Heroic Vitality.
Contact towards B, Krasnal comes out on top.
Krasnal.
Back-to-back rounds, he's making that presence felt. In addition to the B apartments, the Gamer Legion are going to have to adapt to. But if there's a win condition for Gamer Legion today, it should be Shuhei, his calls, his intuition.
How do we not blow a 5v4 is what Monty asked themselves if they still fan the map. 35 seconds.
They've lost them already so far on Mirage. It's Kios to kick one off.
Ooh.
That makes things awkward for the exit up middle. Boros, he sees him, and just at that moment, Shuhei puts his gun away.
Wait.
Demka's gonna make the B contact. No. Bomb is creeping out. We still have fights on multiple fronts, but it all comes down to this one. Boros clears Tetris. A-Core sliding just far enough, and he puts Waro2K to the clutch, but exposed to Catwalk will not kill him. Time. Ooh, he missed it, I think.
It's so close.
Does it? He's got it. Oh, by the skin of his teeth. And with 13 HP, he awaits the press up from A-Core. And he misses his first shot. Excellent dive out. That creates space for the other Opper to move this back around. He is sticking this all the way. This is his arena.
Welcome A-Core to the A-Core arena. A beautiful clutch to call him out. And that's pressing tab, understanding what Waros wants to do. You don't do that versus everybody. Waros tagged by Imma, but the spray was not good. That was a position that if Imma disengaged and came back, it was round over. A-Core still saves the day.
He just
this is fucked, bro.
He fell back to double, and the bomb was planted on the inside of triple. He had to do the play of jumping out to the bottom of the
City sided.
I don't know, man.
Either way, A-Core.
Itu bukan masalah City sided.
The last one to the open kill here.
Misplay.
But that bait. That bait. There's a response though. Monty able to get one out. However, middle, yet again, being claimed by Gamer Legion. Although Boros has a little timing, and he's looking to join his teammate. They still have to deal with Shuhei deep, and there's the double kills right back. And a missed shot out of Acor means he can run down.
Okay,
Isaac
alright.
running this up. What a response out of Monty,
my
but
God,
what a critical mistake. They left behind a very important piece of this puzzle. And Isaac at the perfect moment. But he just can't hang on.
That's a full house between SDY and Boros, and by the grace of SDY's spray alone, they win that. But as you mentioned, a massive error.
Gila
in a
sih
position
ini.
where SDY and Boros were committed out the A site, had control of CT,
Bomnya
and took
ketinggalan,
down
anjir.
everybody between the two of them. SDY approaches carefully just in case. And Isaac
Tapi
hadn't
menang
seen
kan,
the
Matt?
bomb. He just came in and had to be ready.
What is that shit?
That's a close
Timing.
call for Gamer
Mas,
Legion.
waktunya udah nggak ada.
Tragic for Monty, but for the
I mean,
sake of
not
this
really.
game,
Masih
thank
ada
God that
berapa
Monty won it. Oh, a sliver angle as Acor is blind inside the window and fully committed on the bench.
Can't press out just yet. Biggest advantage Monty have had thus far on map 1. Smoke fades. Nice shot. A little
Bomnya
spice
ketahuan
out of
tapi.
Shuhei.
Yeah, it's a patient moment. Of course, half the map is vacant. Looking to phase the smoke now. Woro will recede. Bomb left in an interesting position. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
He steps up and says, Monty, step down.
Bomb down again. Forces SDY to double back, and they're going to jump on this in an instant. But Kios, oh, there's an answer!
Woo!
And Imma, does he have a little bit more?
It's right there for him. Fresh mag to the Deagle. Oh, a third
Oh
kill out of
my
it.
God.
Almost enough. Shuhei invigorates
So
Gamer
fucking
Legion with the first
intense.
one. Imma with 3 back and a chance at a 4th.
He's already up to 16 kills in this half, playing off of Cat.
Gila,
where it felt
gila,
like all
gila.
the action was coming down towards
God
Connector.
damn, bro.
Such a key figure, but the same can be said for SDY, a rating leader for Monty on a team with Woro, on a team
besok
with
apa sih?
Boros. And he comes
Besok siapa?
Seharusnya semi, gua nggak tahu.
the most experienced player in the server.
Sabar.
Kalau gua kan heroic Monte, berarti heroic sama Vitality main lagi ya besok.
Down he goes. Boros just
Sabar,
get
gua
it much
main dulu.
faster. Always. Bomb looking to join this pack of players. USP not destined for this one. And so Gamer Legion, they gotta let this one go. Your Deagles were a thing of beauty.
Alright.
But a cleanup inside of middle gets
Ujung
this game
enam,
to a
next
one-round
round,
difference.
next
Back
round.
and forth. And Monty making the absolute most of a late approach to this T side.
Yeah, Boros getting on the scoreboard there. But SDY's kills have been key in these last few, the clutch, the recovery on the anti-eco.
Kalau gitu, ini kan Hero
They have
Vitality
no
menang.
mechanical failures,
Hero
unlike this guy
Vitality
with his
bakal
computer.
lawan yang menang dari
Wait, itu Swagger Souls.
tim Liquid Apex versus Gamer Legion sama Monte.
Gamer Legion will take a timeout.
Pokoknya yang
As we
menang dari
round
dua
out
ini.
Sendiri itu fit sama Swagger
When
Souls.
we move into the next half,
Mereka ada.
Gamer Legion's
Mereka ada.
team will be up for a discussion. They
Good for
definitely
them lah.
are looking for 9 in this position.
Sama Jack masalah drama itu.
Monty, on the other hand, are going to be
Tapi mereka
very
mulai
comfortable
kos
in
lagi.
creating a comeback.
Mereka
So in
lagi
surviving
case
this
opening.
T side
Yeah.
will feel just fine.
Honestly, great price.
Yeah. We were 7-3 at one point. And in the pit of their stomach, Gamer Legion, no, we've shown some great rounds, but the numbers really matter here. So let's see what they can get out of round 14.
They've tried to put Waro on this angle a few times, but Gamer Legion have done a good job of not crossing immediately. They counter it by just coming at it with rifles.
Oh, and Shuhei shoots.
Moments later, but spotted. Krasno on that top shelf. Ton of pressure on Ima's shoulders. His teammates trying to rotate in. What? Sectioning off Boros. Demka comes out from Palace, his second victim. He's going to try to do it all from inside this site. Third one too much to ask. Isaac's up next, and Woros come through with the close. Monty tie 7 rounds apiece.
Listen, great shots on the hold, but the opening 2 kills from Monty, the idea to be careful about the 8 ramp, having Shuhei shoot and then punish him, that's when the round ended. So a massive round from the beginning from Boros, where it has been some other openers throughout. And now it's the money gone for Gamer Legion. They're not going to have a single M4. Famas, 3 MP9s, a scout on A-Core. They'll need to show up or get shut out, because this has been a massive comeback out of Monty.
Pinned inside that corner, desperate. Oh, they don't even need the nades. Woros slams one through the wall. Demka had that critical pickup in the last round as well, just making the contact out of Palace, putting too much pressure on Ima. Now Boros, yet again a nuisance towards middle. One half of the map gets stuffed as Boros continues to pick up kills, but confirming more bodies on the other end would probably just power up Monty to roll this momentum into this side of the map. Do they clear every corner? Do they check every spot? Or do they fall victim to a late half mistake? No, sir. Boros starting to find his groove. Gamer Legion finding themselves stacked in the graveyard. Krasnal, he's going to make sure Kios gets no further space. And so, despite Gamer Legion's best efforts out the gate, it is Monty to respond towards the tail end of this half. And Shuhei down with a final tap as Monty take the lead.
So makin aware,
Unique journey to go on. To create something this significant, this cool, and with such meaning built into it. It's definitely pushing buttons in the right way. For those who know us, they also know that we try to push things. And I think if we ever find ourselves in situations where people love every single thing that we're doing, it means that we're comfortable. It's just not exciting. A trophy is no different. It's obviously what is lifted at the end. It's probably the most iconic piece of, it's not even equipment, of lore, I guess, from an event. That's why I think we always try to and strive to make it different and out the box. So the process for the design itself is pretty straightforward. Normally in the past we've done other abstract things, and I think this was just no different. We knew we were in France, such a deep-rooted culture with arts. There was obviously many iterations, and there always is when you try to build something like this. So went through tons of iterations, picked some favorites, tested out in meetings which ones we wanted to go with, and then worked with our vendors to try to, push the boundaries of how to make it. It may feel a little bit alien when you see it first, but I think when you see the full show, the spectacle, our motion, visuals for the screens, etc., then it'll hopefully feel a full circle. Playful, fun, different, vibrant, all of that kind of went into it. I think we've created a beautiful trophy. Can't wait to see it on stage, be lifted, and winners bringing it home.
So there we have it, Monty taking the 1 round edge and 5 rounds in a row for them to close out that T side. Now Gamer Legion get to set the mood. Now they get to set the tempo. And it's you in here who gets to set the mood. So Paris, let me hear a little noise.
A lot of people showed up today.
And we appreciate that. It was a long day yesterday, action-packed. You got real rowdy for Vitality. And we've got all weekend long to keep this one going.
Yeah, and this might be the closest match of all. What a start from Gamer Legion. What a comeback into the half from Monty, and their shoulders can come down. They have CT side to look forward to. I'm not even sure at this point that a pistol will be enough for Gamer Legion, so we can call it imperative as they start to approach on the attack.
So many questions about pace, about tempo.
Udah mulai, guys.
Layers to it all. Are there going to be splits?
Hello.
What is Shuhei going to get up to? What is he prepared for this moment? The biggest moment of his career. SDY gets pressured in jungle. Shuhei going to get to the helm of this. Holds off on the window.
Oh my God.
Double kill. Looking good. And everybody else has faltered here for Monty.
On fire.
That push, that clearing of the bomb site looked way too easy for them. And there's nothing here Krasnal can do. Stuck on the other side of Murder Hole. He'll respond with a little violence, but it's not going to be the round win. No way.
Yeah, Emma opens up, and again, never played in a major playoffs. So to continue, from Legends to be the carry into the quarters, that's a massively good sign. And I'm sure for Shuhei, for someone who at least has some LAN experience, the fourth time we play Academy League champion, that'll feel good. As the IGL, he can still rely on everybody to put up. Isaac still hasn't really entered the server. Had some trouble on B. No shame in that. Krasnal always brings the ferocity on the attacks on T side. And now that we switch over, maybe he'll be more looking forward to this, being able to stage the approach instead of defend against it.
Lagi sambil ngupdate sesuatu jadi bakal nge-lag kedengerannya.
This will be a very telling round. You know, with how lopsided these two sides are at the moment, it's the perfect recipe for an upset with a low buy. The calls need to be impeccable, and everyone needs to be relied upon here for Gamer Legion. This will not be for free.
We get the heavy lean from Monty. In the same space, the same affordability that was offered up in the first half is giving here to the T's yet again.
Misalnya lu quarter finals misalnya bener nih. Berarti besok kan itu semifinal.
Utility starts to dry up. We've got a broken molly, of course, still from Monty, and the first bit of damage comes out of Woro. A deadly scout.
We know what
Paris do. Gue nggak tahu, gue lupa.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Gue tunggu aja sih. Emang kenapa lu udah mau langsung buka aja?
Close, can't manage to hold on to the cross. And so the CT's just still holding in their positions, and with the entries going well one way, Krasnal starts to peel away, but the bomb's coming at him.
Why not?
He's getting that damage in. The numbers here are being thinned out ever so slightly. SDY, however, on the other side is just nowhere near to stop this. Gamer Legion's T side will start with that pistol, and a smooth conversion right after.
And they spend their money, right? They
tinggal minta dari bank di pinjaman.
There's everyone's taking it seriously. Thinking, we want to set up so that we can build up an economy, but at the same time, we know we could lose right here. So they prioritize the round win, and between these 5 guns, there are 4 different players who get kills. And now SDY will look to punish exits. I don't think Gamer Legion are worried about him really testing this retake. And now we'll see. We do have the makings of an interesting setup. Of course, this MP9 can get carried forward for what it's worth. But there won't be much more invested behind this.
To stop that momentum of Monty.
Oh, they're trying to keep him close.
Hold up.
He's got a kit.
Hold up.
Oh my God, he's gonna walk it in.
No way!
Oh
no!
So close.
They said we knew the timing. They said all good. He's got 4.9 seconds. There's no way he has it.
Hampir ini jadi fuse kayak tadi ya.
Millimeters and milliseconds.
Keeping everybody on their toes. Keeping you on the edge of your seat.
Nice try.
Beautiful attempt.
Lol.
Nice try.
Yeah, gotta have a good time with it. Monty coming light.
I love the golf clap that went around the arena with that one.
Siapa tadi suaranya gitu? Oh iya, gitu banget.
Nice go that high, strong.
Demka gonna burn out Boros.
Wow.
Careful.
Too crispy.
Gamer Legion themselves almost pulled off a round upset like this. If it were to happen, I expect it out of Monty. People in the right position.
Oh man.
And Gamer Legion aren't pulling back. They're not leaving.
Boro's got his face pressed against this wall right now, waiting for an opportunity to swing a bit. He's got an angle now. Deagle goes dry. Acor.
Yeah,
Kiaz come in for 2, and now it's a 3-on-1. Krasno, he got a little bit at the end last time. They've got turn. Oh my god.
Acor back around default, all good.
Okay.
But again, these last 2 rounds, I think, are just those reminders that in this matchup, both teams can make mistakes.
Yes.
Both teams have the individual pop-off potential. It's a beautiful
Nah,
mix in this
pertanyaan sekarang
upset.
siapa dulu?
Now, this
Support
isn't
siapa?
a 2-3 round lead here for Gamer Legion.
Netral gua. Udah gak ada
This
Kadian.
game, mark my words. So Gamer Legion know that.
Kadian
He's got another
hater.
rifle right now. Isaac
Kadian
is not having a good
langsung
time on stage.
I took
3
that
and 14
personally.
at the moment.
Lol.
And we've seen his presence felt.
What?
Vivan nggak stream waktu.
Oh, so aligned.
Untung Divan gak stream.
Gets himself the kill.
Dan kalau stream juga
right away, but he's
no
also
Kadian
not far off.
inside.
Besok ya dia.
All murders are solved, and that's one of them. Somehow, Boros escapes that danger.
What is this?
Bro.
They just trade positions.
Japar
and
have no
walk
freedom
away.
of speech
Who
buat
would you
besok.
rather be right now, though? They've got the bottom of window.
It's watch.
Yeah, it's a spot here from Demka, but unbeknownst,
Si Japarnya nggak tahu tuh.
they keep coming forward. Boros does the
Alasannya
rest.
dia.
The sheer numbers here inside of the A site. Way too difficult for Kios to creep
I
out
just
with that
don't
threat
like
down
it.
beneath him. And with the
just don't
jungle
like
player
it.
who ends him. It is damage on 2 though. This isn't an impossible one to imagine that Gamer Legion could draw back, but with that deep anchor from Monty now pushed in, it's gonna get difficult. SDY awaiting another chance to shine. And Dumka just has to keep his head down.
He just has to do nothing in this position.
Don't play your hand too soon. Don't give it up here. Wait! And you shall receive exactly what you need to take Monty
Padahal
into
sunod.
9. Demka comes back, triple kill from him. And the desk mentioned it, the sleeper pick at this stage of the major.
pegang
The
apa, Dev?
entire thing came in unexpected to shine the way he truly has. He has put his name amongst the rest.
Semuanya low anjing.
The stars of Monty. Demka's not too far off.
And these land matches out of Demka have shown off exactly how good he can be. Only getting better and better. No bottom fraggers on Monty, says Demka. Next grenade comes out. Now it's a 1-round game. Gamer Legion will have some time to think.
Double flashbang prime for this one. We're gonna keep it simple.
Oh, he missed the jump spot. Late nade comes out.
But great position from SDY.
Alright.
Nobody's gonna get past him here. Not with measly blocks.
Oh my god.
Shuhei, go ahead. So
Itu kan
Monty
Div,
tying this up
City
at 10,
sided.
giving us what we would have hoped for.
I don't know, man.
With as
I don't
much
know, man.
that is
Itu
on the
eco,
line in this
cuy.
head-to-head. With as strong as Gamer Legion started that defense.
It's eco, bro.
Monty drawing it back T-side. We've got the makings of a 30-round game. And we've got a chance now
We'll
for
see, we'll
Shuhei
see.
to figure out this CT half. How does Monty give them an opening back in?
It's hard. You've got Mirage Demons on the other side. They have
You
just
print
as
it.
much freedom, just as much autonomy as they did on T side.
So,
And now they've got some more CT advantages to work with and a lot more confidence. Ooh, Acor narrowly missing across into connector. But Boros' itinerary was here all the way to the top of middle. Spotted, but not given the fight, and he continues forward.
Great position. Missed chance, however. Now, gonna feel stranded.
Molly comes forward.
But he's got Boros to work with, and then they both get out.
Yeah, they let him go. They're happy to take over mid, but Gamer Legion,
Yeah,
maybe that was
boys.
an opportunity.
Definitely for the 5v4, and obviously dangerous game if you decide
Oh,
that
wow,
you want to
keluarnya
swing
kayak
in
gitu.
that top corner.
They
You've
crossed
given
him.
Monty a chance to fall back.
They crossed him at 2 different impasses while he
Get
crossed
down, Mr.
connector into the
President.
upper middle, let him go free. It's like Boros finding that trade-off cat and then receding back into B site. They can't let these ones go. If anything, Gamer Legion have shown some of the best punishment game of all the teams in the Legends stage. We'll get a display of that on Overpass, but for now, they have to think about the thought that they could win this game. It's 10-10.
Man, evacuated site though. Content to just take it back from Gamer Legion.
Yeah, the right amount of utility.
And the flash is on the dot. There's the duel.
That's
and
just
Sumda Young can't hold it. Krasnol's gonna slide into the similar angle. He will at least clock Kios off the play. Bomb still yet to exit. Time becomes of the essence. And Boros is given a chance. But his counterpart, Nima, shuts it down. Krasnol in the open floor. 15 to that clock. Now things start to get hectic. And Acor's found his spacing within this bomb site. A retake between Demka and Waro queued up. Low health on the star of Gamer Legion. Window gets pressed.
He's on 4.
He's gonna try to take it every step of the way.
Look at this confidence. Hits the inspect,
And
Acor
Acor
does the
ends it.
rest. Imma put him on t-shirts.
Way too easy getting into that bomb site. Yeah, 2 hands.
Wow, what a beautiful play on the call as well. Punishment for not playing in the back of the site. The flash transition with a second peek from Imma as his first teammate gets out to allow him to lodge himself into the second window. And then he does the rest. And he knows that he's cold right now.
Ini yang di market disappointing banget.
The headshots speak for themselves.
Di market door.
Now the tempo is faster, and oh my god.
Yeah, now they're kind of feeling the wave of that last one.
Oh, a punishment.
And Acor pressed in. Feels to be
Itu
like
bajunya
Kios
kayak baju
waiting for the
PRX
chance to get
ini.
out from Palace as well.
They find the same gap that Monty found, but can they reason out the rest of the players? Now Acor
With 2.
he's got the bomb.
Not ready.
He's decapitated.
Quickly, Kios tries to flank. He gets the best of Demka, but they know Boros is still deep on top of this one. Pistol
Wow,
out.
yeah.
It's a trade from the entire pack of Gamer Legion. Now, they could just leave. But if they get drawn back, they could still fall victim. Oh, no, hold on. With the smoke, it's been announced.
But this is
Surely they're on high alert.
hold on. Yeah,
Why?
bomb gets caught going back. Krasnal, what a pickup.
And Ima's going to catch a back turn from Sumda Young.
Oh, now they just have to build a connection. This will be a hard round for Krasnal to figure out. No secret where everybody is in this position.
Ini karena interesting banget.
Bingung.
Krasnal says, Pasha, keep biking.
Ooh, the timing here. Check the way the Gamer Legion obviously just hyper-fixated on the bomb. They have a decision to make right here. What's the destination? Krasnal starts to fall back.
Oh, the read, and he goes back for...
As bomb crosses over.
Yeah, a long flank, and now we'll see if the coverage is
There's
going
a
to
smoke,
be here.
but it's just for the bomb. He sprays. It's close. And Isaac gets that in. Down he goes. Gamer Legion reclaim the bomb control. Get back into the A site. Nearly throwing away what was another great moment. And we saw those similar little mistakes with bomb possession being made by Monty's T side.
Yeah, absolutely. That was an opportunity here for Monty. Boros made this very scary. Off down, bomb down in the same frag. And then Krasnal set himself up for the correct play. He just didn't trust the timing. And then he tried to split the difference. Instead of coming back to the stairs, went around a CT. Probably thought, all right, this ends B. And he needed to meet them halfway. At least he felt so. And is it real? Gamer Legion improving on T side right before our eyes here on Mirage.
They found the runway.
It's the most obvious map choice for Monty, and they won't be surprised about Overpass as well. But Monty might have to face the reality of a 2-0 if they don't take Mirage. They recognize the stakes right now. But the close moments going back and forth favoring the
there it is.
Wow, Boros dari tadi.
Every time that
Sharp
jiggles in his
banget
hands,
anjir
but
ini.
a little too rambunctious.
Okay.
Yes.
What was once clear. Acor occupies the angle.
Too heated.
Just one from Boros. 23 kills so far on the map, but nobody can compare themselves to Ima at the moment. Getting close to that 5-7. Beautiful first kill out of SDY. That sends a shiver down their spine. And the Mac 10 attempts to jump. Could have been something. Woro 2K with a P250 from across the map. Drops the bomb, slows it down, and pushes Demka to a curious situation.
Yeah, now they know he's likely to be far away.
Doesn't grab the gun.
What's going to be the avenue in?
Wants to play the timing. Goes for the op. Now, I mean, a scoped weapon in this position. They're not going to plant exposed to him. But will they expect his point of entry? This moment, his contact, where is it and when does it come in? Getting ever closer, T's hide back. They're giving him this space. They've given him this chance. Isaac in the corner, Demka dead.
And the smooth move into the perfect post plant as Demka cannot find an opponent. And he gets too close to the point that even if he finds one, a second will trade instantaneously. Great organization here from Gamer Legion. Honestly, a clutch shot from A-Core. The ladder movement from SDY could have displaced him. That one wasn't guaranteed. SDY with a clean first 5-7 kill, but that's all he'll get. And another rifle round attempt from Monty. Where are the pristine CT sides?
Oh, just shut down again. But when the opper falls, the rifle's always there with it. The tethering of Monty's stars. Sumda Young trying to kick up his individual level, as we've seen throughout this stage, but dropped off at the top of the stairs by the poorest performing player in the server. Isaac just gets his 5th, but it's still his, and it's theirs. Gamer Legion man advantage. Looking to press that reset button. No rush. Do not make a mistake in this critical turning point.
Mashuhei, they've been in safe hands, but there's no telling what one man from Monty can do, and that says a lot about these players individually have shown up this year, setting a record in 139 maps played in the first quarter.
Ridiculous.
The grind to this point, and you could see they instilled fear in a lot of their opponents. Ooh, Krasnell's been a part of that conversation, but Ima doesn't miss.
Look at the pounce. Look at the pace. And look at the chance Demka has as he gets his head back down. Look at this. IM gives him nothing and a bit more damage. It's just enough time for Boros to
What?
move over.
Mastering dead. Dia nge-lag anjir ini.
Took very little damage, offers up a bit more health by stepping in the flames. And this
Media
man,
ini tuh
he gets shut right down because Isaac has found his biggest moment so far in this series. A three-piece that started on that A ramp and closed on Boros in B.
Did Isaac get warmed up? 4 kills. It couldn't matter more.
Classic tale of Counter-Strike. Play every single round, every single moment.
Next overpass.
And Isaac has just had his. On the brink of 30 kills, Ima sets up with the rest of the team. An entire bomb site to be tested. Shuhei calls for the full-blown exec and the follow-through that will come with it. It is 15 on the line for the Legion, but a great amount of damage comes out of Boros. Q's Demka, peeks off, can only manage one, and then that force out from Ticket gets punished. But Boros has been able to survive this attack the entire time, just maintaining control until Ima strikes them down one by one, step by step.
Oh my god.
And Sumda Young's position known. So how can he get back into this? The little that's left of Ima over towards the Ticket. Sumda Young given space again, but this time no kit. We've got a Molotov on Ima. If he can just stay alive and drop it, then this one's his. Oh, but it gets cleared out with no utility. And now I'm telling you, this bomb's not planted for ramp, but it's also no kit.
No kit.
So close, so far. Gamer Legion take 15.
And A-Core comes right out, but it doesn't matter. There's no chance here for SDY to try and stick, even from the ramp post plant, and Gamer Legion hit 15.
What a risk to run. Playing that last position with the bomb on the opposite side, you already know Sumda Young came mere milliseconds from robbing with a defuse. And if he had all he needed, this one was his too.
And Ima has left an imprint, 30 and 17 as they touch 15. On both defense and attack, he can be relied upon. His first time playing a major quarterfinal, and he looks unfazed. And again, they know Monty's money will be low. They know it's going to be a force, but they can read into this. There won't be an off crutch here for Monty. They're going to have to try to put this together with imperfect weaponry, with low utility versus the full-strength Gamer Legion, who are showing a better T-side than they've shown in most of their games on Mirage.
The map where Monty made their mark. Mirage is where they strike fear versus almost any opponent. Boros has tried his absolute damnedest. He'll do it yet again and get away safely.
Oh.
Acor's up, seeking a victim, but Boro has got a little gap on that smoke, but with the lesser weapon, doesn't want to take too much of a chance.
Yeah, he's shy, and you know, it's a 5v4.
Can't blame him.
So he's got the textbook open. He says, all right, let's peel back. We've got an edge. Gamer Legion 5v4.
Timing here is huge. Ima just slipped through. Boro had just cleared that. He had just checked connector. And give it another second, I swear he turns back around. But now there's an open door being just taken off its hinges. Demka's gonna try to put up some kind of a defense, but this one has been evened out. And while on fire, with 3 kills separating them from a map win on Mirage, Ima goes above and beyond.
Aim high, me high. He has done so well tonight.
Krasnil's answer tries to pushes it back to the stairs, and Kiosk pinned. He wants
Man,
the AK
GG. Not CT side advantages.
Mirage means nothing in the face of Gamer Legion.
My kick comes
Like Shuhei,
I know.
but Ima,
Man.
the star of the show. This guy is the real deal. From the legend stage as the second highest rated player onto the playoff stage. His first moment to shine in front of a crowd and bask in the glory of the Acor Arena.
Winning a major is the ultimate dream. And to some, it will only ever be a dream. So how does winning a major define your career? For some, it's the confirmation of decades of efforts. For some, it's the vindication of an idea, a philosophy, a vision. And for some, it's a way to propel yourself under the light.
I feel pain.
If you win a major, you'll be remembered forever.
It's like a dream for most players to be able to say they have won a major.
It's really hard to win such a prestigious tournament.
I think without winning a major, you can still have an impressive career, but there will always be a debate. There will always be people questioning and wondering, but why didn't they win a major? Everybody wants to live with the feeling that they proved it at the highest level.
One of my biggest memory from back when I was entering the scene as a pro were that a lot of people were against me because they didn't think that I had enough and didn't believe that I would become the next big star from Sweden. And that was something that made me more motivated than ever to break it off and succeed. I mean, it was a sweet feeling to finally get it, because it felt like it was destined to end up in our hands in the 2 first ones.
It finally happens!
I think it was also like a breaking point for the team, so that's why I was crying in the end, because it felt like we were in a slump, we didn't perform to our level, we started off bad, and doing everything in my power to push it through and play that good in the final, and the whole playoffs was just the answer that was needed for us and me personally to be like, hey, I cemented myself as one of the players that actually has won a major in CSGO. It would have been sweeter to win more, than just
Gua
one.
duluan dulu ya. Gua masih nonton tapi gua mau
I
istirahat.
did win with the right group of
Okay.
people because I consider family and friends for life.
I think for me, I think of as a sort of a foundational person within this space.
Ini masih
and
berapa sih?
I think
Gua bakal
inspired
pesta
more
rel
people than
dulu
we can
kali.
probably count.
I think he did a lot for the scene, a lot for CSGO. He is a legendary player and he's a historical figure when you guys think about CSGO.
I think you can look at the moment where he brought out that trophy in Stockholm as why he is such an important person in the space.
I think the mentality of what I did in my career would probably be the best answer for my legacy in CSGO.
I think in the early days, it was about winning what was then just the biggest competition there was.
It's so magical that you capture a snapshot in history. I will always remember the legendary years of the majors.
Slaps back and forth on Mirage. Things got chaotic at times. Things definitely got scrappy, but things came up Gamer Legion in the end. An incredible ramp up with some solid calling from Shui, paying off in dividends. But it was really the star-studded form of Ima Machu that absolutely blinded us at the tail end of that map.
It was a hell of a messy game of Counter-Strike. It was like a boxing fight, but no one is really following the rules. There are some low-hanging fights been happening. And I thought that at that game, Monty would have the better hand. I thought they would thrive into these weird mid-round chaotic situations. Turns out I was immensely wrong. Gamer Legion all the way to the bank.
Yeah, I think that the Gamer Legion just style, the way that they play off of each other, the way that they had better plans, that all was enacted, but obviously there was one guy that stole the show. Already said his name right there in Ima. On the other side, we had Boros doing a really great job for Monty, but it just felt a little too one-dimensional for Monty. It was basically, is this the Boros show today, or is Boros dead and is the round over? Like, Monty don't always seem to have that second plan, that contingency plan. If the Boros plan, Boros is the A plan and he's the B plan.
All the plans.
We need to attack this one, I think, in a linear fashion, because as you said, it got quite chaotic, incredibly scrappy during the midsection of this game. But to start off with, apparently all kills needed was the crowd behind him to really get ignited in this first half.
And he did all he had to do that.
Yo.
Round 4, we can kick it off.
Oh,
this was what Gamer Legion needed to kind of kick off the situation we have here. The 3v2, that's kind of a hard to read. Isaac doesn't really position himself to the best. Ima's going to get traded pretty fast. And now Kyo, granted against low HP opponent, is going to put the clutch on his back here. He's got a good way to kind of decompose the map, and he's beautiful fake on the Krasnal now. I just want to put it this way. In the context of this very game, finding a 1v2 so early on is immensely important. Just to get the team fired up, get the crowd reacting. Off the back of that, Kyo's had a great streak of rounds, because I think this just put him in the right zone.
For Gamer Legion 2, I mean, just the fact that if they didn't have that sort of buffer at the beginning of this one, it was a great run from Monty in that first half. After the first handful of rounds, I think they won about 5 straight or so.
Yeah.
And so that clutch, even though it was very early, it actually became pivotal in terms of just ending the half and seeing that it's just an 8-7 breakdown. We can come out ahead, especially if we win the pistol.
Let's talk about the round that kind of started off that streak. Then for Monty to be answering back, we spoke about Boros, we hyped him up so much, and he was just punching Gamer Legion in the face, particularly in this round.
This round scared me a lot as a potential Gamer Legion fan, because this was relatively unacceptable. We see the trade heavily favoring the defense. It's a 4 versus 2 with positions being known. Just
Mungkin dua akun secara tidak
mengetahui. His kind of intuition for the game, great cross replacement, and he's
Belum beli gamenya lagi,
he's working face to face with SDY. There's a miss from Echo going on, and the situation turned on its head.
Bisa borrow,
This is
kan?
the 4th
Bisa
round
borrow.
for Monty. It was a very complicated situation here. You could argue Isaac had the draw onto SDY. He was having a hell of a rough game, by the way. He's probably going to thank his teammates for that. But when they won this round, when Monty won this round, I thought, holy hell, Gamer Legion is about to crumble. This was a unacceptable 4v2. They did an okay job tempering it down.
Yeah, this was a little bit reminiscent to me of how it felt when FaZe and Heroic were playing against each other. It really just felt like one team was playing better, Team CS, and the other team just had that X factor. Round to round, Boros was a wrecking ball. He was one of those players that when he was moving around the map, he was just basically spinning in 5 different directions and killing everybody. It's not that necessarily Boros is even setting himself up for the best fights. It's just that if it's a 50-50 duel, his aim is so pristine. And you look at this, and we've seen some highlight packages of other riflers so far at this tournament. I want to bring up Robs. Robs had perfect crosshair placement. Boros has incredible correction.
Yes.
When Boros is swinging out, he's not always even looking the right way, but he's so quick and so swift to actually move his crosshair exactly where his opponent's head is.
Now, just to be a little bit annoying, a bit of a Debbie Downer right here, you talked about how if Boros wasn't successful, then everything would fall apart for Monty. I would posit that Boros felt that too during the second half. And I thought he had a couple of moments where he went overboard. He crossed the Rubicon. He was way too aggressive because he felt like, holy hell, if I'm not going to do this by myself, no one's going to do it on my team. He had a couple of moments. He's in T-spawn with the bomb in front of him, switches to the USP because he really wants to get that second kill, unbeknownst to the fact that there are 3 opponents waiting for him. So just a little bit more balance. If he just kept the positive and then, you know, rein it in just a little bit, but he couldn't. I think he overcommitted a couple times. I mean, what can you do when you have his level and nothing's going your way?
Right, and that's the thing with Monty. It's just that we've been looking out for this Woro 2K glow up for such a long time now. Like, I've been hearing his name so much in the Tier 2 space. People are saying, oh, he's the next best opera out of Eastern Europe. You know, he's gonna do it. But I've actually, again, it's just like, this feels like such a one-man show for Monty. If you actually go head-to-head on operas here, Acor did better than Woro 2K, and yet the narrative surrounding Acor for the last year, 2 years is like, this guy's washed, this guy can't even play on mouse sports, he's the reason they're losing, and yet he's out-dueling a guy who's supposed to be the next big thing out of Ukraine.
Look at the camera. I think they understand what's the story of that first map as well. We've been following Ima this entire time in the hallway, and what an absolute superstar performance for him. His debut on the stage, 34 kills, more than 120 ADR. He's got 10 multi-kills, 6 out of 10 opening kills, and I will even add on top of that, early on in the game, there is a key moment where Ima messes it up completely. We're talking about a sitter from catwalk to A side, a spray that goes completely out of control, and they lose the round off the bat of that. He even looked at the camera and he said, right now, I just messed up. So for him to find in himself to bounce back after this shameful moment, that's what it was, and still have this performance, respect.
Yeah, with Ima, honestly, I think that it's just like, he's making smarter decisions for himself. He's putting himself in better spots. When we put him against Boros, we talked about it in the pregame, just the fact that he's using his brain a little bit more. He's more cerebral of a player. And so even though he had that one whiff spray from catwalk, he was able to recover because he just kept putting himself in good positions to succeed. He was catching opponents off guard with positioning, with timings, by working with his teammates. And that's the whole Gamer Legion system. It sets someone else up like Ima. If Ima were on Monty, he wouldn't be able to do that because the system isn't there. That's why it feels like Boros has to do this Herculean effort to try to get Monty across the finish line. And for Ima, he was a product of the system, but he exceeded even what that system provided him too.
Well, let's listen in for what was one of many Ima highlights in this mic'd up moment.
Flashing con now. Flashing con.
Stairs. Don't smoke top con, guys. Firebox.
Dead firebox.
One more dead. There's one.
Ya lu belum add gua tapi sih. Sikat dulu.
Cabin.
Freddy has no mates.
Nah, itu gua lupa.
Akun persis kayak akun R6 tuh.
Oh, no. Beda.
Don't see him. Cap behind you, city.
City out.
He's going back now. Inside.
10.
9. 8.
Yes, we'll keep it.
7. 6.
Gue lagi nonton ini nih stream yang kemarin tuh yang Apex.
Pure elation from the Gamer Legion camp in that one, and I don't blame them because the fact that Ima was able to pull off those crucial kills in that moment, obviously sealing the fate for Gamer Legion.
Absolutely game defining for Ima, and I think it's a great round to illustrate some of the points we've been making. This situation was supposed to be Monty all the way. Roro crosses a smoke completely on his own from CT spawn, gives away his life unnecessarily. Then it's a 2 versus 3 where Boros is committed like a bird. He's basically like a hawk on top of stairs, gets immediately removed. Then Ima has the ability to sing like Krasnal, which is again committed out of jungle. These are all moments where he's putting himself in a position that commits him to a fight. The rest of the gang and this is what he was able to abuse. And yes, a little bit of skin on top of that doesn't help, or help rather.
Yes, I think that if we're gonna get this sort of firepower from Gamer Legion, that to me was the one win condition for Monty. The firepower that they showed in the Legend stage was spectacular, especially in the game versus Zombie. And it begs the question once again, just who is going to be there to step up, because Ima did such a good job. Boros did as well, but there was a supporting cast behind Ima. It wasn't even just him. We had a good showing from Acor. Kios was able to deliver some key moments as well, and yet for Monty, I feel like all I'm thinking about in terms of what they were able to produce was off the back of one man.
And things only continuing to look up for Gamer Legion as we do move on to their map pick. That is Overpass, and when we talk about streaks, it's just some incredible numbers that come up from the side of Gamer Legion. Out of the last 12 times they've played it, 11 times in their favor, and they've taken down, you know, some big names within that mix as well. What has been so dominant then for your money, Maui, about Gamer Legion's Overpass?
I love Shuhei's calling on the T side of Overpass. The reason they're okay with picking the most CT-sided map in professional Counter-Strike play is because Shuhei knows, based off of the first contact in a round, what to do next. If you get killed in a certain way, if you find a kill in a certain way, Shuhei has that flowchart mapped out in his head. He knows how to get the absolute most out of his players, and he is constantly toying with opponents. It is tough to outwork CTs in terms of their rotations, but Shuhei has found a way to keep the CTs guessing so frequently on this map. They are flying blind so frequently, and unless Monty just go for some random pushes here and there, then it's going to be Gamer Legion in the driver's seat.
You almost feel like they have to. I think they have to be that aggressive. I rewatched the demo against Apex, and I agree 100% with you. The fact that Shuhei knows the entire map almost in the first 5 to 6 rounds means that on the CT side, you're basically in alert mode every single area of the map. They could be long, they can execute from long, they can execute from bathroom, they can take quick B side, they can do quick monster, they can do all of these checkboxes. They mark it. It's going to be very complicated for Monty. They need to be aggressive and cut the snake at the head immediately.
You know what? It's not complicated. If you're watching over on Blast TV, you can get involved in the map picks and bans, or the veto rather, for the show match that's going to be playing ahead of the grand final on Sunday. Now, we already had our say. Unfortunately, we did ban out Overpass, we did ban out Vertigo. We saw Ancient getting banned yesterday. During this map of this series, if you're watching on Blast TV, make sure to get your votes in. Gentlemen, before we do get this show underway once again, do you feel like this is written in the stars for Gamer Legion now? Do you think they're sealing this in 2?
The reason I picked Gamer Legion is because I thought Overpass was a sure thing. And so for me, they're ending it here.
Now just one map separates Gamer Legion from potentially making it all the way to the semi-finals. That does come down to the map of Overpass, their pick coming into things. So let's get the show on the road.
That second map of Overpass,
Gamer
Legion able to dispatch of Monty on Mirage, getting themselves now just a step away from semifinals to do something that none of them have ever done, to put Romania into a semi. That's what's on the line here. Of course, we have Monty on the other end. Can they handle the Overpass pressure? We heard Maui Snake on the analyst desk saying that this one was a shoe-in for Gamer Legion, that this map should belong to them. And if it does, then this is the end of Monty. This is where their hopes and their dreams all come to a close.
Lagi masuk di Witcher. Nama gue itu tuh di general.
Gue udah add, gue perlu accept dulu.
Gue
Shift F2.
Into Overpass we go. As Monty's
I don't
hearts
have
sing,
F2.
they know they're going up against that here.
Fuck you, man. Fuck all of you. Don't have 65% keyboard.
Didn't work out, and that's all that
All of you
matters.
itu siapa?
All of you, especially you.
What the fuck do you mean? Gue 75. Keyboard lu basically lu beli keyboard yang sama sama gue.
Sloppy.
Yes, still fuck you.
Was able to recover somewhat.
Being aggressive today.
You must slid forward.
Being a dick
very
today.
well catch them off.
That's every day.
There's 2 inside though.
What are they doing, man?
His head's tucked down beneath. Starts to tap, but he misses his chance.
Mulai.
Acor, give it a moment.
What?
Recovers with the double. Just like that. What looked like an evacuation route for Monty turned in to a road painted by their bodies. Kios moves bomb down to B. The plant is there. Now he has no support from Acor, but he's coming in. And because Krasnal lost those teammates on that forward A presence, it makes sense that he was running upwards. It's going to need to be a beautiful retake. Doesn't have a kit. And so he's going to have to move quick. He's fallen silent. Kios rounds the corner back. Krasnal peeks to short first, back exposed, and head popped by Acor, who offers up a multi-frag to kick off Overpass, a T-side in Gamer Legion's back pocket.
He's a surgeon regardless of the weapon. You saw that slap shot back to the second guy. After Imma failed to kill one with the P250, 1 would have been compensation enough. 2 was the round win. 3 was just a garnish on top. They knew they had that locked up. We didn't even have to talk about Acor over on Mirage. Monty, the team we talk about for individual
Masa di gua
Legion
rusak di gua enggak?
should be offered that conversation as well. Amazing performances from multiple players on this roster, and even Isaac, who was clearly playing in front of a crowd on that first map, got it together when it mattered the most. And together, they closed that 16-10. Monty understand now the demons that they're up against.
Masuk kan?
Kiaz is going to be pretty important throughout this map, and by dying to Boros right away, that total B control that I think a lot of responsibility falls on him.
Boros anjir,
Floating outside
dari mainnya
monster, getting into
kenceng
short pipe, just being the nuisance and the anchor. But give Shuhei a sliver, he'll take your whole entire head.
Okay, Woro's key in the situation. He
Yes,
dies
kenapa,
without a
Pak?
kill. No damage as well on the scout, and the flank will
Bukan
be
gua,
watched.
Japar yang
That's
kenapa-napa.
Japar
in,
yang-
and Shuhei posted up
Japar nggak bisa masuk.
on Optimus. in
Yes,
his
the
drive.
Classic Division.
And he'll plant this bomb, and this is a calm anti-eco.
Lo udah update
Bullets
semua.
whiz by.
Itu apa nggak?
Bank smoke soon to fade. That would unravel Demka.
Harusnya sih udah.
Enggak itu.
He's gonna go for the
Cek
peek with an
vault
instant
ya.
headshot to Shuhei. Now Ima's pinned behind
Mana dia
bombs.
masuk?
Demka sees this as a chance to push. He'd have shadow advantage right there, but there's also the support
Tapi
in the
loadingnya
background.
lama.
No help needed. Ima, point blank.
When they saw Boros coming through the short pipe into the monster split, they knew they both lost short control, and they're down 5v4, and immediately Gamer Legion expand on the top site. They're ready to take A in the first place.
Eh,
There's
di
no
gue aja
massive
belum
default
play nih.
towards
Maksudnya
the B
update tapi
site,
game
so
udah
they
mulai.
can get this kill, but we're going to make you pay for
Nah,
it.
itu
And
coba
it's
lock out
Shuhei,
di
the
lagi.
spearhead of the operation up front to take out
Oh,
Boro, and that's a round where Boro gets 2 scout tags. They have the opening kill on Boros.
Lo sebelum play coba
It's very
verify dulu
possible
aja.
for Monty.
Verify
But now no
files.
pistol, no conversion,
Gue coba lockout dulu deh.
and Gamer Legion
Yo.
enter round 3 with confidence.
Buat apa gua dikasih exotic level 1?
Oh lu simpen nanti kalau level 40 lu bisa itu reconfigure jadi level 40.
They've done
Lu
an
simpen
excellent job of
jangan
minimizing
lu
mistakes versus rounds like these all throughout
simpen di
Mirage. We
stash.
see
Blueprintnya kan?
every once in a while the
Kenapa?
Woro scout tag.
Yang gua
pull out of
blueprint aja.
Boros, but it was never enough to
Senjata lu juga perlu
Gamer
simpen.
Legion.
Enggak, ini kan masih di mailbox gua, Bang.
Balls of Shuhei in those moments.
Oh masih di mailbox.
Enggak kan hilang.
Kios doing his own thing again.
Seharusnya
Come to
enggak,
expect this
seharusnya
throughout the
enggak, iya,
T side, constantly floating on his own.
Maksud gua kayak
With a lot
yang
of pressure on
blueprint
his
kalau gak bisa nggak
shoulders.
masalah dong.
They know the perfect protocol in this. It's a
Kalau
copy
blueprint,
and paste
bukan
from
weapon ya.
Monty.
Kalau
Battlefield
blueprint
control's
sih lu
been
klaim
taken
aja.
over. CT starts to rotate over, but it gets
Blueprint
claustrophobic
mah.
here on the A site. There won't be that many good spots to stand in, so it'll take more than a heroic effort for them to stop
Pasti
anything that comes in.
Division 2.
Nade primed on SDY. Second
Gue
one for
lupa kalau
Demka.
leveling gimana ya?
The right timing and the right position could end up costing Gamer Legion. If time is also added to that equation,
Enggak, DS harusnya langsung
comes
ke
up upside down for the
stats
team.
2.
This could be the
Langsung
time
kayak
that
ke
the pistols will end
langsung
up
ke
working
itu
out.
dong. Inner
Gue
watch.
udah main
USG's
satu
find
misi kok.
two.
Udah
And
level 4
Isaac
sekarang.
now so busy that he lets his guard down. 20 seconds.
Gue
And
pernah main.
finally, they have it
Par, gue
so
punya
close, but they
gue
don't
punya build baru,
overextend. There's
Par.
nowhere for
It's
Gamer
broken
Legion to
as
go.
fuck.
Either cut your losses
Oh no.
Lady that.
back fast.
They pull off the impossible.
Ah,
They
Tim
kill,
were
anjir.
in this
Ada tim
round.
kill.
Just a
Lagi
stack,
deh.
and Gamer
Tadi
Legion
bukannya
knew
ada.
what they were
Gamer
walking into
Legion,
and still
tim
couldn't get
kill.
the kills.
Didn't even need those nades. The little that they
Tadi yang
did
pertama
buy
Monte ya,
doesn't
sekarang
even
Gamer
matter.
Kayak
Demka
iya.
double vanilla pistol.
I'm sorry, I wrote it
Monte,
on
Monte,
this
Monte.
round where instead
Oke,
of
wah,
going
Monte.
getting the opening
What
on
the
the other side,
fuck?
they don't
Udah
even
sek,
get that.
baru segmen.
And a
Wait a
repeat
sec,
with no
brother.
armor to play for.
That's
And
not
the
good.
first time
That's
Gamer
it.
Legion
Isaac
they might
masih
be
legal.
shaking at their knees. Investment comes right back.
Bajunya kurang seru,
Monty
dikit.
stay active.
Apa ya?
Bajunya kurang seru.
Oh iya, lo perlu anak
Shuhei decides to take this incredibly quick up bath.
Look at
Terus
this.
setiap
Gue
naik,
gacha
The
udah.
adaptation.
terus setiap berapa naik
An
dapet kok
instant call
seharusnya.
to hit this site while it's
Udah
not
gacha 2 kali di
preoccupied, and he
gacha
is
6
dead
kali.
on. But so
Wow.
was Woro's AK. Headshot back from Acor.
Di sini
Ima
kosmetik
sees
gitu
the
anjing.
smoke, and denies
Tiap
Crystal that
kosmetik
ability to creep out. So
rarity-nya
just like
apapun
that,
1%
Legion
yang
keeping up the
kalau yang
tempo,
free.
fighting fire with fire.
Jadi lu bisa dapetin
But
semua.
here rolls Boros.
Semua kayak semuanya equal itunya apa sih?
His
Senses
teammates pressing out from bank, still
walaupun
definitely a
rarity-nya,
chance.
you know,
For Monty
ada
to
yang
claw
bisa-
this one
ada yang
back.
emas, ada yang
Isaac over on
purple,
long, last player left.
Tadi
Cuts
teman
off
gua agak
one.
dikit tadi pakai main.
Still, it is
Temen
Monty
juga main ini,
who
Division.
thrive.
And they have
gua
the
sengaja
kit, they
satu
lock
kontrol
in the
gua.
defuse, and they pull
Yeah.
off the
Lagi
retake.
diskon guys.
That call from Gamer Legion, from Shuhei,
Itu
the
karena gua tuh
flexibility
gamer semua aja.
and the trust
Penting.
to come through the
Info
smoke in
penting.
mid. They don't see a single person, and then 8-core's haircut, and you think this is
Oh ya,
around
Metro,
the Gamer Legion. We might not even have a
Metro
retake
itu
attempt from Monty
udah
if they
punya.
pull it off.
udah pada klaim.
Dari dulu itu udah kayak 3 kali ya. Udah bosan sih.
Metro
Yeah,
last
we've
light.
got the world's most CT
Single
side.
player.
But Gamer Legion set
Itu
themselves up to win that T round
Metro last
easily,
light.
and yet still Monty come through on the retake.
Last LAST.
Now everybody on the defending side will be full strength.
Yang sebelumnya kayaknya free. Emang kayaknya yang banyak free tuh di Epic. Kalau yang di Steam kayaknya yang pernah free tuh 2007.
Just as the support
Ya,
of
yang
Demko
complete
shows
edition.
up.
Terima
Udah
aja.
invite ya.
The step 9 still lethal
Saya
though.
kabar
Caution.
lagi loading.
Ya kan.
Ubisoft cok ya buat apa nih?
There's 9 layers coming
Ya
at
gue
them.
dari tadi siang kayak masalah juga aja ini. Gue nggak tahu gara-gara
Anak
belum
film mulu.
Back Isaac.
Ya ini
So he's
gara-gara pada
got
beli
the chance to survive.
Nggak mungkin tambah 3 player semua.
Makanya barusan gue dimasukin ke dalam queue kan tadi. Nunggu 11 orang.
Called a quick pause. They've sat here.
Kalau
Aduh.
lu nya masuknya ke
Pressure on Crystal. He takes it down.
Kenapa semua game yang kita mainin tuh servernya tuh kayak kecolok di tomat sama kentang anjing.
Has offered us excellence.
I mean kita bisa main follow, kita main follow juga.
Nanti ada inovasi baru. Pakai apel.
Ema concerned about short doubles back point blank. Oh my god. Romanian comes out on top.
Lu Lady Death pakai apa?
Legion back with what they
Hunter's
started
Fury.
with, an early lead.
Bro, itu mah build gua.
That's a massive
Lo bukan
flex out of Imma.
Dulu
The fact
banget.
that he came
Itu
through
build
on the
pertama aku.
pre-aim to look
Pertama.
far
Gua nggak demen.
away and not
Gua nggak demen.
even
Jing ini
expecting you to be this close, but instant
lu ngomong sama siapa
adjustments.
sih Des?
Oh, nggak masuk di voice call-nya.
That's actually
Masuk,
unreal.
masuk,
That
ya,
is such
masuk.
one
Ya,
clutch out
kedeketan.
of Woro. The perfect timing
Cek
of
kan.
the
Main
biggest
lagi di
flank
grup ini.
to win that clutch
Enggak.
as easily as possible.
Roleplay aja gitu kayak
Nice.
kita baru kenal.
Oh, enggak.
Tadi gue masa main sama temen gue tuh ngakak
And
gitu.
the Legion thrive.
Kan misi kan butuh 4 orang.
Iya.
Kita ngomong aja gitu kayak bang, kenalan bang. Nggak dijawab anjing.
And they test the defense.
Kecewa gue.
Look at them avoid all action
Gua di atas.
early again.
Jatuh gimana ya? Gue belum hafal mapnya.
Keeping the same speed.
Lu di
Where is the stairs man?
dari
Oh,
luar.
di sini.
CT swirling
Nah,
around
rapot.
the map.
Nah, baru
They
kan.
aren't worried about them.
Hah?
Gua dari Umbrella Corporation.
Cowok cewek.
Two holding back,
Cowok.
not seeing anything at the top
Gua
of the
dari cewek.
funnel. STY coming in.
Cewek dong, ya nggak deh, Des?
Iyalah.
There's one spotted.
Teman gue udah bilang kayak
Takes
ini
names.
asik
That's
nih, gak ada
STY
yang
down.
cowok
One more
karakternya.
coming.
Cewek semua.
He's running as well, so on high alert.
Gua ada cewek tapi males gua main. Soalnya ini
How do you?
build-nya udah optimal banget. Lu kalau punya banyak skin ya lu bisa gila-gila terus lu bisa bikin loadout ya.
Ya, kalau lu punya client tag
Confidence on these
bagi-bagi
calls.
dong.
There's no long A
Up,
setup
gua
from the CT
poin
side.
satu kalau gitu.
There's no CTs to
Bikinnya
stop them
gimana?
in that last
Bayar
round
nggak?
from running through the mid smoke on this round from running
Gua sama
up
Jakun
long.
udah seplan.
And I think
Gua invite.
Bayar nggak
of
bayar?
course, the star of the show
What?
for the Gamer Legion is Ema.
Belum
We
bisa.
have to talk about Shuhei.
Gue
We have
perlu
to talk
rekrut
about his
Grace
effort.
Larson.
You know, he makes
Kenapa?
the
Who the
best
fuck that
of
is?
whatever he is given.
Lu
Grace
belum
Larson.
lu kayak perlu
As his
level
star players were
level
taken
2
into
mengaji
that
mission.
main
Buat itu
mouse
apa sih?
roster just a year
Unlock.
ago for
Maksudnya
them
kalau
to get the
temenin,
semifinals in Rio.
gue bakal have fun gak nih? Soalnya kalau orang pasti lu bakal bunuh semuanya. Gue gak apa-apain kan.
Enggak. Di ini di scaling.
Doing it with
Ya, lu
arguably less.
iya sekali ke gue jadi.
Tapi gue lupa antara DP-nya ke lu atau elunya ke DP scalingnya.
Most couldn't even name all 5 before this major
Si
began.
DS naik. Jadi
Oh ya udah.
In
Tapi
the
musuhnya
role
juga
of
bakal
full
tidur lah.
Ya,
representation
musuhnya bakal susah DS. Jadi
in the
gue
role of
pakai
IGL.
build tank aja deh supaya
Balance
gue
Surviving
supporting,
longer
gue
than
supporting.
9, looking to take out Krasnal.
Lucu aja gitu ntar.
Ya.
Lu yang penting gue kayak gue main
Surpass and rally.
Teng. Lu
Gue
video.
jadi tank aja supaya gue gak bunuhin
Last
semua.
man standing.
Soalnya skill di game ini gue suka banget. Gue baru baca sih kayak wah ini bakal seru, bakal bodoh-bodoh bisa gue bikin.
Paling seru countdown anjing. Masalahnya tuh orang sering keluar aja gara-gara koneksi sialan.
Nggak skillnya gue suka. Skillnya gue suka.
Lu pakai apa sekarang? Pakai tameng?
Strike drone sama tamengnya yang deflector.
Deflector gue nggak pernah pakai.
Deflector lumayan cek buat nge-pro.
Gue udah branded sekarang. Drone gue buat solo, shield gue buat kayak fuck you, tembak gue, ya gitu loh. Solo build tuh. Damanya berat banget. Nyari Havin gue semoga mereka majunya autis. Yang satu pakai turret lupa diambil, satu lagi pakai healing, tapi dia nggak heal di sini.
Oh my god, this fucking game nge-crash.
Klasik.
Udah berapa kali ya?
Gua update dulu nih, 5 menit.
Gue udah update semuanya, gue udah update.
Asik. Mia Division. Ini gue kayak nunggu dulu. Saya gue main Division 1 mau muntah gue. Game.
Bad banget.
They give Monty
Nggak
the
bad
space
sama kayak
to
Asian
bring
game
some
aja.
ideas into the fold, and then they attack on their terms. They make sure there's no other potential threats coming in from Khan on the top of bathrooms. Monty have been dominating towards the A side. Most of the aggressive ideas from Monty have been off of short B, off the monster contact. They haven't done it safely. They even said
Emang lu bisa join midway.
Bisa
they pulled off an amazing round with just USPs.
Fleksibel nih game. Jadi enak, jadi kalau lu
Nggak kayak The Thailand 2.
A clean one on the jump, and that's a rifle down. Another push shut down by Kios.
Dead Island 2. Lu mau ikut? Oh, kita mesti ngulang story.
Malah beli.
Nonton si Angry Joe. Wah, marah nih.
It's rewind time.
To put the clutch factor in position, and they've just fed him info.
Bisa nggak sih lu naikin kayak apa warna lootingnya biar lebih terang gitu? Nggak kelihatan aja kalau malam, apalagi pas lagi pagi.
Harusnya ada setting gamma sama teman-teman.
Kalau lootbox kan kayak oranye kan nggak terlalu kelihatan kan?
Oh itu emang.
Masih biasanya gue kayak
itu lo emang harus liatin.
Fucker. Kayak gini, ambil gue miss pas sisinya atau apa?
Lu makin levelnya makin tinggi makin males menjadi.
Lusa. Gue bunuh binatang nggak ya? Nggak ada karma kan?
Bunuh apa?
Bunuh binatang?
Enggak.
Tapi bunuh semuanya soal.
Tapi set aja.
Soalnya setiap gue ketemu anjing kayak anjing gue tembak.
Gue pernah ngebunuh binatang gara-gara gue kira itu musuh kan merah-merah di radar. Terus tiba keluar siapa ini? Gue tembak.
Kayaknya burung gue tembaknya burung mati.
Gue kira musuh tapi DP gue kemarin. Nggak ada. Untungnya tidak ada.
Larson kayaknya ada nggak sih?
Aku pingin.
Gue udah bonus DP berapa kali.
I think we're making fans live. They've earned the respect of Monty too.
Udah kelar gitu loh.
They fan the map.
Emang cara lu join gue main game gimana caranya?
Two teams with comparable journeys who know
dari
the other one has been going through
join
these last 2 weeks, living, breathing, and succeeding in Counter-Strike. Quite literally the biggest opportunity of each of these 10 players' lives. And for 5 of them, dreams crushed tonight. And an even more crushing reality is this CT side is ill-equipped again. Monty would love to tear off their heads As we saw that one-time front A site. The Gamer Legion so good at minimizing these kinds of mistakes. They fell victim to it
jual atau gua
only once thus far.
hancurin barang
P250 primed with the shadow edge, but
yang
Shuhei
putih-putih.
slides out, gets his.
Hancurin aja.
Putih jual, ya putih hancurin aja.
Yang gua jual apa?
And Shuhei always so willing to go that much more forward, to sacrifice himself for information.
Unlike the last Eco, where there was the full commitment. However, they decided to have Shuhei scout on the A site. That's what was missing last time. This time they'll fan but now they have enough information to go anywhere.
Soalnya kadang lu butuh
Kills
uang tuh
come in.
kalau level tinggi buat lu upgrade.
As he's been, has not
Buat sekarang ya buat sekarang mungkin lu ya dismantle dulu aja.
Best player on the server tonight.
Take his AK, he'll walk away. That's a 7th one queued in for Gamer Legion.
Where is the Boros combo? It's about time that the two most infamous names on this team had a round to work with to give themselves a chance to get back into this, because this one is beyond tactics. One massive clutch, and that can open up your playbook. Bring elation to your team. Make yourself feel like you can beat the odds. Because without that, they're going to get stomped out like a cigarette on the ground. Gamer Legion on fire. And it doesn't feel like they're going to stop soon.
Lu masih fixing bar.
All the equipment Monty could ask for.
Belum
When it comes
masih.
to that G side, we see the tethering between Boros and Woro just be way too much for lesser teams. And that's, I think, where A-Core is going to start to be tested.
Build ku
CT
semua
side ratings
all-rounder semua sih.
comparable to that of Woro. Woro is meant to be the defense. We're talking CT side overpass. So with that op, show me something. But he takes a shot and sprints away, maybe for the better. Sets up that second line of defense and strikes down Shuhei, who's decided to pick up the tempo on this one. Oh, and Sumdai Young with the headshot through the edge of that smoke. Shaves off his second, slides into the cover. Back into his crypt.
2v5 anjir, 2v5.
He knows the bomb's been dropped. He knows these T's have been frazzled. We see Shuhei preemptively try to take a quick play. I think unlike the last time, we saw that exact same call from Gamer Legion, which was off the back of the Force by Victory. This is just kind of out of the blue. This is off of the cuff. This is an attempt to catch Monty off guard, but Woro and SDY were ready.
Yeah, they had it in the plan to flash the top of Con so that SDY could exit and help out Woro, who, while he did show an opening, also showed shyness. Taking his first look,
damage itu handling
data, and at 45
kayak
seconds, more valuable than ever.
agak
Looking at
gitu.
a 2v5 to get
Not
out of
that,
this spot.
good.
But Gamer Legion rate themselves. They start to press on in.
Yeah, why not take a chance?
Got
an excellent T side already rolling. You've got a 2v5 attempt queued up. You've got Woro put forward. The bomb site's looking like yours. But SDY offers up another double.
It's about time. SDY was doing nothing but treading water on Mirage. He's been a kill leader on this squad all throughout Legends. And again, the one of the 10 players who has experience in a stadium like this in a quarterfinals. And now he's playing like it's playoffs. But they still got a lot of work to do.
Dan masa yang sekarang gue perlu unlock sebagai skill kan bisa jadi pasif.
They can win individual rounds, but they need a streak. And needed one hell of a CT side.
Kan ada skill buat scan kan.
For now is 8.
Pulse.
Ya, pulse ya. Kenapa?
Masa nggak itu bukan pasif. Masa harus gue anjir level 38. Saya sebenarnya beli ini.
Who wants it the most?
Terus gue pakai ke salah satu ini.
Ya, lo harus itu.
It feels like if you take this back to a group stage, you might get a different result.
Equip. Pulse emang kayak gitu.
Monty were the favorite coming into this matchup, but it does not look like it.
Kalau punya apa sih?
Fast play to short.
Itu kalau punya flatline itu guna apa sih? Senjata yang ada trade-nya flatline itu guna banget.
Of course, the rumblings of Monty are not too far.
Gotta love how
Apa bukan sih, Pak?
Legion skip a step on a different part of the map in
tambah
every
damage
single
buat
game. This is
Drone-nya
the
enak
problem
banget,
with
anjir.
Overpass, that it
Go,
can feel
drone.
like miles across if you
Have
decide
them
to
all.
snap every piece of utility. And Shuhei has managed to
level,
find a
what the
way
fuck?
to do that safely.
Oh, udah naik.
What the fuck?
Immaculate spacing brings a 1-for-1 trade.
Ini lu ngikutin gua atau mau? Kita ke misil
Mau liberate.
Oh, lo mau liberate ini atas.
And they play
Oke.
blind. Look at the
Anjing.
amount of map here
Mati anjing.
dominated by the T side.
Panggil teman-teman dulu
What is
waktu
the
datang.
adjustment? You need CT retakes. You need
Flashnya mana?
protocols in
Bagus
place.
sih,
Ini gua nyalain
You
ya,
can't
gua
live without
panggil
this
teman.
space,
Kalau juga.
or you'll die by suffocation.
Utilities
Gue
dwindling.
ya. Nah, down mereka.
Oh, and a chance. Acor very
Tim
well.
siapa Najis?
Could have just pulled off
120.000.
SDY. Now, at least op presence known. Krasnal hearing this movement, getting closer. Flash doesn't blind him.
Itu gue ya.
Shuhei's ready for the next one. And because
Enggak,
he's looking
gun
the
gua
wrong way,
kan lu di skill kak, di skill
Oh ya,
dulu.
naik ke
Bullshit apa ini?
inside the A site.
ya damage-nya jadi mantep banget ya.
And you saw poor Krasnal caught between long and bathrooms.
I'm
Flashes
coming.
all around him. He looks
Sounds
the
gaming.
wrong way at the wrong time. And
No,
Game
no,
can capitalize on
fuck,
top of it.
bro.
Hero's gonna strike down Isaac.
Ayo, tembak gua.
Flash over. A second
Revive
position
gua, gua mau
known.
nyoba.
Kalau I'm coming
Time
itu
to make this
sus,
happen.
jadi
And
I'm
remember,
going.
This is still just the
Yeah,
1v2
Tembak
on this
gua.
bomb site.
Tembak gua.
Dead
There's
Flexer
too
ini.
much to
Mau
lose
nge-troll.
for Waro.
Ayo.
There's too many
Ayo,
rounds
ayo.
on the board for
Tembak,
Gamer
tembak.
Legion.
Bagus.
And that just takes
Bosan
the
nembakin,
wind out of
pakai
the
sendiri.
sails
Nah.
of Waro 2K. That puts him
Bagus.
back on a
Di game
leash.
ini kalau ada Blitz
He's
gimana
been
ya,
playing
Pak?
rotation simulator. He's not the guy starting rounds out.
Blitz shield.
Oh no.
What they've got is some closers
Oh no.
using
Bisa
SDY to
bisa
try to make up for
kepres
the fact
temen
that there are no other
mampus.
openers.
Yeah.
Lucu anjir ini build
It's
gua.
not the time to be timid.
Drone gua buat
You're
bantuin
not
gua.
trying to
Gua
go
cuma
home
pakai
and
direct shoot
sleep
udah majuin
tonight
aja.
and think,
Nggak mati gua, nggak mungkin
why
mati.
did I play like that?
Di White House, flash, flash.
Why did I lose myself?
Why did I lose myself?
Ah,
Why
Pakai
did
emang
I play
susah
to
anjir.
survive
Game.
and not to win?
lu pencet H.
Iya, tapi kayak
That
apa?
position though,
Nyalanya susah
on
nyalanya.
that sign is
Oh,
so massive
really?
for stopping long attacks.
Ya lu perlu
Flash
kayak
attack was
ada apa?
beautiful
Ada
from Gamer Legion. They layered
Permisi,
in
ada
such
orang gila mau datang.
a timing that there was no way to figure
Tembak
out
gua,
when the
tembak
last
gua.
one would come in.
Tembak.
Yeah, honestly.
Tembak gua.
Lu kayak
Wasn't
Joker.
tembak gua.
I want you to hit me. Hit me.
Tembak. Jangan pakar.
To that once more, I credit
Tembak gua. Machine gun serut.
game leader.
Lah, kok dia nggak pakai machine gun?
Gonna be caught out by
Dia ditembakin
Gemcar.
sama temen dia, dia ditembakin sama temen kita, jadi dia lepas.
But he doesn't want to take too
ini
long
seru
of a
nih.
chance.
Tembak
Excellent
gua.
decision to dive back. Draws the
Tidak,
connector
anjing.
player in. And that's where Waro
What
shines.
happened?
We've got a man edge, but
Ini
they
si
also
Des
saw
lagi.
Tembak
move
gua.
towards the
Di
barrel.
flashing.
Kios
Kayak tim belakang.
able to jump on top of this. Low
Gua
health.
tembakin belakang.
And he takes
Gua
down
percaya
the two
drone gua,
players
Pak
inside
DB.
sight. Waro again pulling back
Tembakin
safely.
gua, ayo bos, bisa apal lu, gua
Does
main
that just
reflektor
give
aja.
enough
Bisa
space
apal.
for Gamer Legion to work it out?
Gua
Kios standing on
gebukin lu,
top of the
gua
hood.
gebukin lu.
Caught out by Waro 2K.
Lu pernah pakai deflecting itu gak, Bang? Gua
But he's not gonna
pernah.
get it.
Pernah,
It's
pernah.
Shuhei
Enak, cuk.
to drop him
Gua gak pernah.
and to push the
Saya
pressure
setiap
onto
setiap pas gua balik tuh,
The only
gua
chance
kayak
is for
ini
SDY
bakal
to
stupid
take a
banget.
fight into the pit, and Shuhei looks for a
Kocak
better
buat
spot.
otak
with
gua
the
anjir.
scout.
Coming in to try to do it, but barely a shoulder is
Oh,
seen.
the
Oh
fucking
my
head.
God, SDY.
Valen Crane Pak di
Doesn't have a kit,
kontrol boy.
does have the smoke.
Oh, he wants to go for it so bad.
Oh, lu di sini udah.
But without that kit, without the economy behind them,
Des,
with a
look,
missed
Des.
jump onto the bomb site,
Yes.
let's say that's it.
Look, di
Acor
dalam
sticks
dulu.
around, shuts him down, and gives Gamer Legion 9.
Wow.
A phenomenal T-side taking
Ini gak ada.
place.
Yeah.
Ini stop ya.
It's a masterclass
Wah,
right now. It's what they
Itu apa sih
expected,
kalau yang kayak
and
gini
it's
itu
what they're getting.
tergantung
You know, the
orang.
only thing that went wrong for them on Mirage is maybe
Nggak-
Isaac 3 and 14, but then they
Itu
still won
nggak-
16-10 despite
nggak
that.
bagi-bagi yang gitu.
And look at Kios go.
Kalau di
You
dalam
know,
sini bagi-bagi.
if you play in front of a crowd, there's two kinds of players.
Oh là là.
That's one. There's ones that want to get booted against. There's ones that want to get cheered for. But in both of those cases, just the fact that there's a crowd can be too much. Sometimes the pressure you put on yourself to win can be too much. It just does not look like Kios is having any trouble. He's absorbing the energy, not reflecting it, not running from it. He's
Kok bisa
benefiting.
farm duit sih?
Mag 7 desperate.
Gue juga pengen, gue mau story, gue juga pengen tembak-tembak.
Ini kalau di game, lu kalau mau nge-farm money paling lu ya tinggal ngelut tuh nih. Tinggal ngelut terus lu jual.
Oh, what the fuck? That's something to behold. To recover within a match. In a game of this stature, he's never been in a situation like this before. It's been a fantastic resurgence in the last 30 minutes from Isaac.
Jauh gak sih? Nah, dekat. Kesini guys.
Ayo guys.
Muncul gak sih waypointnya kalau gue yang
You could see them getting excited about that connector setup, thinking they had something to throw at Gamer Legion, but Isaac just dominated.
Itu ya
Three swift headshots.
Ya, ada grup, ya ada grup
waypoint. One of the IGLs talking about enjoying the game.
Sini kamu mau maju pakai reflektor. Sini kamu.
And when he says that, you can see it.
Musuhnya tebel sih, DB.
He's calling with reckless
Ini kan
advantage.
story difficulty.
He's delivering all
Oh,
his
itu berarti gue
teammates
sih
feel like
pakai
they're
pistol
playing
dong.
free. They're
Oh,
not
ada difficulty lain.
They're not getting dry mouth.
Kalau pertama kali main kayak udah ganti kan.
Actively and flexibly.
Kan kasih gampangnya nih kan pokoknya. So gue kalau gampang gue punya susah.
Emang bisa diganti?
Atau
Tergantung we can do here for
tergantung
Monty to
itu.
save a
Seharusnya
single
belum bisa
gun.
kalau pertama kali main. Seharusnya gue
Gamer
nggak
Legion
tahu.
don't even want them to have that.
Ah, saatnya Prophet guna juga.
Yos is so consistently on this
Oh,
chase.
ini Jeff
Shuhei's gonna take it up instead.
Gue pakai suka hati gue.
Flash comes through to distract him. You know what he wants,
Yeah.
but he'll give it to him anyway.
That's the confidence. Play with
Aneh
some
banget anjing lu
bravado,
pakai
kid.
mask.
You
Mask
earned
gitu.
your spot.
Pakaiannya gitu.
And you didn't do
Baru
it when you were scared.
Currently earning
Gue
his
ganti build
stripes.
apa ya?
Makanya boleh nih.
10 rounds on a T side of overpass. Look at these headshots out of Isaac. This third one.
Foto anjing, gue kira gue tembak anjing.
Show me my opponent. Doesn't
What the
matter
fuck?
what name's on the board. Boros and Boro go down in tandem. Completely absent.
Monty's second time out to try to cool things off, to try to pick up the remnants of this CT half.
Iya, gue masih belum bisa sama
Five,
ini
and
apa?
to start off
Bisa
your
bisa
T
dibilang
half
ya.
and hope that you can pull this one out.
Gak bisa ya?
It's a dire road ahead for Monty.
Kayak itu biru-biru
Need to be
kecil
able to
banget
stop
poin
this
biru.
on game plan.
Lu ke
Stop the
setting,
Gamer
lu
Legion
coba ke
from being
setting
able to
ada
take
UI
short
tuh
so
di bawah
easily.
video.
But there
iya.
are so
Dan
many
large
Inner
right
UI.
now, even on the top of
Lalu
bathrooms.
juga bisa customize.
It feels like
Gede.
Shuhei
Ya lu bisa
has
customize
no
sendiri.
problem calling run-throughs because he knows what the setup is when one guy is spotted. Would he call them
Boleh tembak.
one-dimensional?
Boros just dies through the monster smoke. Great shots find their home.
Itu customize UI aja.
Scale up. Oh, oke.
At least
Sama dengan.
CT is getting up.
Sama dengan.
Getting ever closer, Shuhei awaits them. And SDY more concerned about the possibility of somebody in the playground.
They think they're everywhere right now.
Yeah, they're inside their minds. Woro with the FAMAS gets the better of Acor.
But two rifles have shown themselves.
And now there's this pinch coming up from Connector, but there's still a chance for this to all
Gue
get
ambil
stopped.
sniper sih.
Krasnal ends one half.
Yeah,
There's going to be timing coming out of the playground peak.
Itu lu
Look
ke
how they're
bawah
approaching from
kayak
both sides at
Lu
once.
bisa ke bawah.
Perfect.
Layer on layer again.
kayak gini.
Katanya bisa ke bawah.
Lu bisa. Ini di
Just
sini-sini lu
replenishing their
kayak
attacks
dapetin
and not letting Monty get into new positions.
Ya paling bawah sini paling loot doang. Enggak banyak orang.
And now Demka.
Lu rasa center?
alone.
Gak ada ya?
One opponent
Nggak ada
here.
di gini game ini nggak ada
On
center.
for the
Dia
1v3.
Bullshit.
There's a chance.
Important to pick up the first one, but it was even more important to do it still with a full bar of health.
Oh wow, the
Exposed plan. Shuhei finding confidence in his calls. And you can see that sigh of relief on Demka.
Fire.
He thinks he can walk away, but there's one man who wants more blood.
Oh ini kan ada key nih, ini yang ini di
Someone
tembok
who's
ini.
never satisfied, who has chased every
Key
single
buat lu
moment,
unlock lagi more
is on the
loot.
track of the last player up from Monty.
This has been an unbelievable day here for Gamer Legion as a whole. Looking at 11 T rounds, everybody could take a page out of their T side overpass.
Gua mau pakai pakaian
It's
santai
been
aja lah.
fantastic to watch.
I am on a vacation.
Mana
Tadi di belakang.
Let the fire fly.
Udah auto ambil belum?
Gak ada gue ambil.
Celebration for Gamer Legion.
Yang warna
as
apa
another
ini?
bomb
Putih.
explodes. One last round here in this half. And these
Mana
are the kills
lighting-nya?
they can't afford to happen. You know, as fortunate as it comes, And as often as that's going to happen to you, they just cannot afford it right now.
What the fuck happened?
Biasa. Kan gue kok ketemu Gasken gue nembak gitu.
Fire and flames.
Final round of these 15 for Monty to show us some kind of life to shoo away Shuhei. And look what happens.
One more tactic.
Talk about insult to injury.
He was in the rafters of the arena for that one.
Has been so incredibly muzzled in this series as A-Core has managed to unleash.
Ini ada lagi.
We talked about Boros as an MVP candidate in the first stage of the major. We talked about how he could do it every step of the way. But here in the playoffs, he finds himself 5-12. Demka denied the fallback. Woro will have to do everything. Yet another difficult clutch, one that he's pulled off already here in Paris. There's just no life left on this Monty camp. Gamer Legion have taken everything away from them. And off the back of this 12th round, they will be 4 rounds, in fact, from taking the one thing Monty have wanted more in their lives than anything else, and that is this semifinals. That is what fuels this final 1v3, because no longer is a save thought about.
Ayo, tembak gua.
Mereka agak ke gua.
Woro knows one thing, and that is violence.
Pukul gua.
Flash off the mark, he gets ever closer. Shuhei slides into the cover. And that corner could be huge, but Woro gives up the second, only to fall at the final hurdle. And those hurdles have been Monty's time and time again. A desperate situation. Gamer Legion bask yet again in glory.
Ini apa yang biru? Classified.
There is a feeling in the air. Hesitance to acknowledge that this is a goodbye of sorts. 10 years on from the first major competition, Paris will be the last major in global offensive history. A decade with a game we've obsessed over, lost sleep over, and can't get enough of. In life it is often remarked, we don't always know when the last time is the last time. An observation often used to remain present. But what difference would it make if you did? An art form in constant evolution. No answer or theory. A battlefield that platforms individual perfection. Simultaneously encouraging the most elaborate cohesion.
Kan di game ini aja ada skillnya. Anjing.
For just one.
Ada skillnya dia.
Wow,
Nah, gue bilang gue bunuh semua animal gue.
For this farewell.
French
Counter-Strike.
Kalau kucing baru gue nembak.
Some of the most formidable rosters
and
individuals in history. All eyes on the Woo.
This is a whole new level.
CSGO's most precise weapon and his protege share a profound combined into a daunting blend for any opposition. G2 are to be feared. Every combination of 5 souls has a different feel, personality visible in their unified decision-making, an unflinching trust in their leader, by prodigious aim, heroic indeed.
Screwdriver, nggak punya gue screwdriver.
Some players believe in luck.
Oh itu kayak yang nggak good. Itu cuma kayak buat nambahin XP.
Gue nggak ada sih.
Gue bisa ngasih.
No greater occasion than this.
Gue bisa ngasih soalnya gue nggak pernah jual kayak gitu-gitu.
All 16 of our legends house players who share that same compulsion to compete.
They have shields, yes, I have shields. Should be.
As one team overcomes adversity, the other succumbs to it.
I have shield.
The understanding shared by these competitors is that euphoria and despair are a package deal.
Start with the basics.
Apa nih pair of lion eyes?
Enamored Counter-Strike fans
itu gue sering dapet tapi gue nggak pernah itu apa.
Will lift global offensive's major trophy. A question we will not have answered until championships Sunday.
Enak banget Ron, gue nggak butuh ngapain tim X2.
Ini lo mau ke tujuan ini?
It is less about the destination, but
ini apa?
Main mission.
Tag cash. Main mission gue belum ada lagi.
Oh bro.
Mesti naik level dulu ya. No, Doko.
It's a wonderful moment for both of these teams to have inside the A-Core arena. A dream came true today as they rolled out of bed and stepped forward onto this stage. But only one team can continue said journey, and the other feels the grueling crush of defeat. Unfortunately for Monty, that CT side had no legs to stand on. Shuhei called impeccably on the offense, and every member of the Gamer Legion has shown up here on their map pick 4 rounds away from closing out this series. Let's see what Monty have left to offer.
Fuck you. Ayo, deflector, stupid deflector. Naik level, wow. Gua mungkin gak sih kayak enggak gua ngerti. Ini kan setiap 5 poin bisa beli 1 skill. Skill lu bisa lu upgrade.
Skill bisa lu apa?
Di upgrade. Kayak strukturnya jadi lebih kuat gitu atau initialnya jadi lebih bullshit.
Oh itu dari kayak itu lo apa sih? Atribut dari dari armor lo. Oh menaikin gitu.
Had a chance towards Graffiti to at least cut off one. He knows their positions. Just hit shots. And as one falls out from the
striker gitu-gitu nanti max semua sih.
SDY wants to put them in their graves. Another moment where he could hit a shot, but none of these are landing.
Yang Tron dan kawan-kawannya kan ada upgrade itu.
They jump on top of that bomb. Shuhei sticks it. Coverage given, and the Gamer Legion
Di
will
White House.
waste no
Ya di
time.
White House.
Ya nanti bisa balik. Ini ada lo di atas.
This is looking like one team story today.
For water.
Oh, water.
And it's not looking like SDYs. This is the revenge major here in CSGO. It's Game Legion Monty to be 2 parts to that story, 2 different ends. Monty taking down Na'Vi, Shuhei and A-Core taking down their former team in Maus to get an honorable matchup against each other. And unfortunately, only one will succeed. But it looks like the better one will be clear. 13 to 3 and Gamer Legion are going to leave no questions behind.
Oh itu emang kalau ada icon water itu emang ini cuma nunjukin bahwa ini tempat ada water.
Oh.
Nggak bakal hilang.
Buruk.
Monty, you're going to try to give us a look of Gamer Legion's offense, something quicker to reclaim the bathrooms. Wasting no time are these CTs, and with no intimidation, they take that step
bunuh hewan ini. Ada suara di kepala ya. Chain killer.
Grow in power.
No monster to have you underneath
Every
your
time I
covers.
kill, I will grow in power.
Gamer Legion confident that they can hold this, and they press into Krasnal to cut off one end. Boros dies empty-handed, and this is nothing but a slaughter.
Kayak mau apa damage lebih tinggi belum tentu artinya lebih bagus daripada weapon sebelumnya.
5 kills across overpass.
Lu latihan level lah sih. Level up paling yang paling optimal tuh yang
apa?
Monty on death's doorstep.
Masa aku pakai 2 shotgun?
1 round away from match point, spending everything that they have.
Lu harus loot terus-terusan sampai dapat yang pengganti.
At best.
Aku pakai dulu deh, sebentar light machine gun dulu aja deh.
Got the fans already celebrating what they feel like is a given outcome, and maybe it's warranted.
A peek though from Shuhei finds Demko while blind survives. There's no answer. There's simply not enough. And with Shuhei's name catching Waro, Monty can feel this falling all around them. As Gamer Legion step one foot closer into the spotlight.
Doang.
Ada.
SDY might be the soul of Monty, but right now he can only see the souls.
Ini yang gue sekarang warna biru tua. Itu kayak bintang, namanya Find the Classified Assignment.
Oh itu khusus gue itu kita nggak ada.
Making us wonder why there's even a matchup.
Gue nggak ada ya one battle pass.
When it's in fact an upset.
Oh ada orang lagi nih. Sini kamu.
Monty looked flat on the CT side and somehow flattened out. What will be a final attack
nothing.
Comes in.
Nothing.
And Monty are thin on utility. They don't see this one.
No. What a contrast between maps
CS
where
is on a rampage.
Ima's able to just go total carry.
Udah siap anjir, mana?
Across Mirage look like a one-man.
No, already despawn.
And this time it is every member of Gamer Legion side by side to achieve the greatest thing they have ever done
Sebenarnya kalau
in their
pengen gabungan juga
lives.
sih, lumayan ada. Lu bisa pakai apa sih drone yang kayak Jaeger?
With weapons but near non-existent
Keren
utility
Jaegernya ini.
and shattered
R6.
confidence.
Literally semua peluru sama granat diledakin nembak sama drone. Itu kayak stup.
Like every beginning truly does have an end.
What is that thing? Defender ya?
Kayaknya lu punya dua drone, satu buat dia, satu buat ini udah.
Oh nggak bisa. Lu punya bisa satu drone doang dan satu tipe.
Ada opsi lah, bisa dia.
But they brought it back.
Otak gue tuh cukup
Written off each and every time. The curse of Rio loomed over them. Shuhei watched all his old teammates do what he wanted, and now he has done it himself. He leads by example here on Overpass with every member of the Legion taking it a step above.
0,3 km.
While Shuhei gave Masha a reason to keep going. A beautiful performance out of him and his boys. And he would be the first to give them credit. You might doubt them, but you must respect Gamer Legion.
I got this. Grenade.
Grenade.
This is better.
This is better.
Fuck you, you deserve this.
That loss hurt them.
Soalnya apa? Kan bawa virus kan? Kita kan nggak tahu anjingnya bawa.
Oh emang story yang lagi.
Both these teams walked into the server with respect. Only one can walk away with berth in the semifinals.
Soak it up. You deserve it.
Ada orang di sini. Apa nih?
A shining moment.
Kok kabur sih? Kita coba machine gun.
Come on you.
That we've seen.
Come on you.
Those underdogs walked into this server yet again. We had a pack of them in the Paris playoffs. It's unlikely that others will extend their run. We already said farewell to Into the Breach, and now we have eliminated Monty. But it is Gamer Legion that will represent the hopes that each of these teams brought forward into playoffs.
Itu nggak otak.
A miracle.
Angkes apa sih gua? Weapon apa sih yang gua pakai?
Si Jafar lagi sniping kok di depannya.
Ada om anjing tiba-tiba.
Ini weapon bisa. Hah? Gua ngerti sama kayak.
Apaan?
Ini weapon yang gua pakai apa ya? Lu bisa lihat nggak sih weapon apa gua pakai?
To be honest, we need to rethink like after like 1 hour 2 right now. You can't properly think about it, but
nggak ada. Kenapa crosshairnya kotak terus tadi dia yang mengecil crosshair. Terus kan
oh itu emang kalau LMG tuh pertama kali nembak gak akurat kayak Negev lah. Kalau kayak berapa peluru pertama kan gak akurat terus jadi laser beam. Ya kayak gitu.
Yeah, we play differently for sure. Like I can say.
Gue dulu ya.
Props to
Monty kalah anjir.
Monty kalah. Like the
I win. Fuck you.
So props to them.
Gue ngantuk anjir tiba-tiba. Kabarin gue ya. Liquid sama apa ini? Sama Apex.
Yeah, dikit apa Apex.
Maybe it's a mix of the pressure and overall how